Back here on IonaInsider.com, Anthony Carlo and John Stinky joining here from the Hines Athletic Center, where the Iona College Gales, getting set to take on the Rider University Bronx, is once again Play for K Day here at the Hines Athletic Center. This whole entire weekend, the Gales are supporting breast cancer. As you see there, Alicia Powell and all the Iona players are sporting pink in support of breast cancer. It's a fantastic message that all the NCAA has done. The MAC has gotten behind it full swing. Even the pink socks and the vibrant pink headbands that Sabrina Gerardor and Cassidy Ranger sport, bringing awareness everywhere we go. But that's a great message, but today's a big game for the Iona Gales. And more than just that, you're playing for cancer. It's a big game against the only team that beat you in conference play. And there are two players that we really need to key in on today for both teams to succeed.
That's true, John. And those two players are Joy Adams and Mynisha McKenzie. Now, McKenzie is averaging 19.4 points per game. She's got 113 rebounds, and she's shooting .439 from the field. Now, McKenzie had a huge game against the Gales last time out, 37 points and 19 rebounds. Just absolutely amazing. On the other side, we have Joy Adams. Now, Joy Adams has 17.9 points a game that she's averaging. She's averaging 14 rebounds, and Joy Adams is leading the MAC in boards. And she has just been such a forceful offensive component for the Gales this year. 21 double-doubles, and that is first nationally. This is going to be a great matchup between these two, John.
Billy Gotti said in the pregame interview that Joy Adams is going to start today. She took a one-game rest from the starting lineup. She will be back today. And Iona has to stop Mynisha McKenzie because she dominated the Gales, especially in the paint, and she really just caused havoc whenever she was near the basket.
Yeah, one thing Mynisha McKenzie did a lot was she drew a lot of fouls. And as we were speaking about earlier, what she did was she basically spun in the paint and she would draw a foul, and that's one way that you can definitely catalyze your team to score points.
The Iona College Gales currently sit in lone possession in first place in the MAC, but this Rider team poses a lot of difficulty, especially down low with McKenzie. Let's get some keys to the game quickly from you. What does Iona need to do today to pick up the win and avenge their loss just 2 games ago?
Well, number one, off the bat, they need to be hungry, and you know that, okay? Now, Iona is coming off of a game in which their offense, as I mentioned, appeared stagnant. So what's going to be key for them is to lead a well-balanced attack today and make sure they jumpstart the offense early and set a pace. Because, as I said before, Rider has an ability to score, and this could be a shootout today pretty much.
We'll take a short break here from IonaInsider.com. The Iona College Gales getting set to take on the Rider University Bronx in a big MAC matchup. John Stinko and Anthony Carlo with you here. Tip-off just moments away from the Hines Athletic Center.
The Iona College Goal Club is an association of dedicated friends and alumni who support Gale athletic programs. Annual membership provides the needed academic support services, equipment, and facility upgrades for their student athletes. For more information on the Goal Club, call the Goal Club office at 914-633-2071 or visit on the web at icgales.com. That's www.icgales.com. The Iona College Goal Club, the lifeline for Iona College athletics.
Division I basketball returns to Springfield this March. The MAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, where somebody could become an NCAA champion. March 6th through the 10th, Mass Mutual Center in Springfield.
Gets it off from midcourt.
Get your tickets for the MAC Basketball Championship and get into the action.
All the way to the finish.
At Ticketmaster.com, Massachusetts.com, or at the Mass Mutual Center box office. Presented by Mass Mutual Financial Group.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, Northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
Let's all go to the Beachmont. Come in and see what we're all about. For years, the Beachmont has been all about you. great dining, great atmosphere, and has been a meeting place where the entire Iona community gathers. The Beachmont Tavern at 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle, right across the street from Iona, has always been the first choice for Gale fans before and after each game. We are open 7 days a week for lunch or dinner and is a fun place to be any hour of the day. Mondays are half-price wing nights at the Beachmont. Enjoy the best buffalo wings in town, along with half off of domestic pitchers. Tuesday is a 2-for-1 night with domestic bottles and appetizers. Wednesday, enjoy our great burgers, half-priced as well, along with $3 domestic bottles. Friday is happy hours, so come in and enjoy some complimentary wings. If you're planning a get-together at the Beachmont, they have a private room available for your party. Or if you're having it at home, let the Beachmont cater it. The Beachmont is more than just a restaurant, it's a meeting place for sports fans. Watch the big game on one of our large TVs. The Beachmont has the NFL's Sunday Ticket. Bring in a ticket stub from any Iona game and receive a free half-dozen Beachmont wings. That's the Beachmont Tavern, 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle. We look forward to seeing you there.
Back here on IonaInsider.com, John Stanko and Anthony Carlo are with you. Tip-off just moments away, but before we get to the start of this game, let's bring you the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Rider Bronx. It starts in the backcourt. Number 2, standing at 5'8", junior Cornelia Valaskita.
Well, Cornelia Valaskita, she's second on the team with assists, and she had 5 last time out against Iona.
Alongside her in the backcourt is number 11, sophomore Manon Bella. Elle est 5 pieds et 9 ponces.
Oh, wow,
Elle
John.
habite en Marseille, France.
You can speak French.
I can't speak French.
See, we learn things on the air that we didn't know about each other off the air. Anyway, Manon Palais, is that good? Did I get a name?
There you go. There you go. Fantastic.
She leads the team with an average of 3 assists per game.
Alongside them in the backcourt, number 21, standing at 5'8", sophomore guard Mikkel Johnson.
Finally, a name I can pronounce right. Mikkel Johnson leads the team with almost 2 trifectas per game.
And then the star player for the Bronx from Springfield, Pennsylvania, 6-foot senior, Mynisha McKenzie.
Mynisha McKenzie, here she is, the one to key in on. She leads the team with 19.4 points per game, as well as ranking first in rebounds, steals, and minutes.
And then down low, number 45, 6'1" freshman, Julia Duggan.
Julia Duggan is shooting 44% from the field, which is second on the Rider Bronx.
For your Iona College Gales, it starts, as always, in the backcourt, number 5, 5'6", redshirt senior, Haley D'Angelo.
Haley D'Angelo, the table setter, 10th nationally in assist-turnover ratio, and she tied her career high with 9 assists against Quinnipiac on January 10th.
And alongside her, the hero, standing at 5'6", junior, number 11 from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Alicia Powell.
Alicia Powell's averaging 13.8 points per game, and she's shooting at a 47% clip from the field in conference play.
And the oil to the Iona offense, number 14, junior D'Amica Martinez.
I like how you put that, John. She's certainly the oil to the offense. She leads the MAC in scoring with 24 points per game, and she's 5th in the nation in scoring.
And then down low, returning to the starting lineup, reigning from Orlando, Florida, Joy Adams.
Joy Adams, very big, athletic girl, leads the MAC in boards, and she's 3rd in the nation in rebounding. 21 double-doubles is first nationally.
And then down low, 6'3" senior from Queens, New York, and number 3, Sabrina Gerador.
Sabrina Gerador with 2 double-doubles in conference play.
The Gales getting set to take on the Rider Bronx, as we mentioned before, and we'll mention again, the Bronx, the only team to defeat Iona in conference play this year. It was a 92-90 loss. But looking back at that game, a big turning point was when D'Amica Martinez fouled out of that game with 3:39 left. She only played 26 minutes, her lowest minutes total this season. You got to think if Martinez can stay out of foul trouble, it'll make this Iona offense better, and it'll make the game much more difficult for the Bronx.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. As you put it, she's the oil to this machine that is the Iona Gales. And with her out of that game, it made it difficult for the Gales to gain any ground offensively. So it'll be interesting to see with the amount of minutes she normally plays. Hopefully for Coach Godsey, it'll be around that today. It'll be interesting to see what she can do.
Following that win against Iona, Ryder went on a 3-game winning streak, but that was recently snapped. They lost to Fairfield in kind of dramatic fashion. Brittany WBB with a 3-point play with just seconds remaining gave Fairfield the 52-50 win over Ryder. Mynisha McKenzie was in foul trouble that game, so that's why Ryder struggled offensively. So as we can see, the officials today will have a little bit of a spotlight on them. How they will call this game will be very important. The officials today, Kevin Rulin, Daniel Martin, and Corey Pother. Iona is in their home white uniforms. Riders in their away maroon jerseys. As we're getting to the tip, Duggan and Jaredor tip. Powell corrals it, and the Gales are starting the offensive end. Powell on the left side feeds it immediately down low to Joy Adams, posting up on McKenzie. Goes baseline, reverse layup is wild. That's an air ball, and the rebound goes to Voloskita. And then Manon Pela will bring the ball up the floor.
Stay with that French, John.
Voloskita now on the far wing, back to the top of key to Pella. Pella will take the uncontested jumper, way off, rebound to Joy Adams. Adam Jones at left side, gives it back to D'Angelo, and the Gales looking to get on the board early here. 40 seconds in, neither team yet to score. Both teams took kind of ugly offensive shots. D'Angelo now feeds it to Adams. McKenzie matched up on her. Adams palms it. Jaredor set to screen. Adams goes baseline. Stopped her dribble. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kisses it out to Sabrina Jaredor. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Has to put a shot up. And it looked like Sabrina Jaredor stepped on the end line.
It looked like that, John, but that was a good job of the Bronx double teaming Joy Adams. They put her in a very exploitive position where she couldn't really do anything, and now it's Ryder's ball.
Voloskita at top of the key feeds it to McKenzie. McKenzie will touch it on every single possession for the Bronx, and she drives on Adams and draws the first Iona foul of the game.
I mean, McKenzie is somebody who needs to touch the ball a lot for the Bronx to have any offensive approach here. I mean, she's just the core of what they do offensively.
That foul was on Joy Adams. It was her first personal. Now McKenzie has it once again off the inbound. Now it gives it to Duggan, top of the key. Swings it around to Voloskita, posting up down low. Now on the baseline is McKenzie. Going to the center of the paint. Good closeout there by Powell. Now she closes out on Pele. Pele makes the jumper from the baseline, and Ryder is on the board first.
One mistake there is Alicia Powell left her feet, and that gave it a good opportunity for a drive and a two right there.
Iona still looking to get on the board. Martinez yet to touch the ball offensively, and now she has. Johnson matched up on her. Martinez takes a contested jumper, and she'll knock it down.
Such a difficult shot. Tamika Martinez was well defended there, and she's able to put that one away.
2-2 the score. 2 minutes into this one as Pele feeds it to Voloskita. Voloskita using a screen from Martinez. Drive center of the key. McKenzie now posting up down low. Adams fronting her. Pele kicks it out to Duggan. Duggan's jumper is off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Martinez. Martinez with eyes forward. Looking to push the tempo. Swings it around to D'Angelo. D'Angelo drives baseline. Kicks it back out. Back to Martinez. Pele and Voloskita match up on Martinez. Now Jaredor has it on the block. Spin move on Duggan. Post move. No good. Offensive rebound. Joy Adams. She'll dribble it back out.
Joy doing a great job getting down and dirty in the paint, getting that ball back for Iona.
2-2 the score, 17:30 to go in the first half. Martinez tried splitting a double team. Duggan didn't allow it. Duggan feeds it to Voloskita. 2-on-1 fast break for the Bronx. Voloskita to Pele. Pele layup, no good. Offensive rebound, McKenzie. McKenzie puts it up, and that is good.
Yeah, that's Mynisha McKenzie just being so important. I mean, getting that rebound and making sure it didn't go to waste right there, that steal.
Ryder leads 4-2. Powell top of the key, driving, goes all the way to the basket, kick out. Martinez does not take the three. And now with 17 seconds on the shot clock, she'll dribble it back out to the left wing. Feeds it back to D'Angelo. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Martinez off a screen. Pump fakes a three. Now takes a long two, and she knocks that shot down. Damika Martinez 2 for 2 from the floor.
Damika's making it look easy, but I mean, two very contested shots she's taken that she's thrown both of them down. Knocked both of them down, I should say.
We are knotted at 4 here early on. We expect this game to be tightly contested and maybe a little bit physical or chippy as McKenzie has the ball stolen away by Powell, but it finds the hands of Pele. Now to Duggan. Feeds it back to Pele. Now Pele gets it to McKenzie. Now playing hot potato around the perimeter is Ryder. Now Voloskita driving right side. Puts up a crazy hook shot. Offside rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by D'Angelo. D'Angelo going along the left sideline. looking to go coast to coast, hands it off to Martinez. Martinez, free throw line, drives right by Duggan and draws the blocking foul. And Duggan looks like she got the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah, Duggan is lame there, but I want to go back and talk about that maneuver by Valuskite, and she. I mean, unless you're Carmelo Anthony or LeBron James, I wouldn't say that was the smartest decision to try a hook like that.
Tried the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar look as Martinez posting up on the inbound, gets the feed off D'Angelo, and Tamika Martinez remains perfect from the floor and gives Iona their first lead of the game.
Mika's leading the charge early on, taking control of this game.
Pele to McKenzie. McKenzie will take the uncontested three. No, she'll think about it. Instead, she feeds it around to Pele. Pele drives baseline. Powell will draw the charge.
That is a good job by Powell there. But, I can't help but wonder why Pele did not go for the three there. I mean, she had wide open.
Second team foul on Ryder.
And, in that play right there, you have to take it when it's given to you. And Pele, didn't do a good job of that. She decided to drive, and now Iona has the ball.
Pele has only taken 8 3-point shots on the year. She's hit 2 of them. And now Martinez drives baseline, right side, puts it up. That shot's blocked from behind, but they're going to call a foul. So Tamika Martinez seems to be on a mission here early on, and we'll head to our first official timeout. The Gales leading 6-4, 15:46 to go in the first half.
Let's all go to the Beachmont. Come in and see what we're all about. For years, the Beachmont has been all about you. Great dining, great atmosphere, and has been a meeting place where the entire Iona community gathers. The Beachmont Tavern at 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle, right across the street from Iona, has always been the first choice for Gale fans before and after each game. We are open 7 days a week for lunch or dinner and is a fun place to be any hour of the day. Mondays are half-price wing nights at the Beachmont. Enjoy the best buffalo wings in town, along with half off of domestic pitchers. Tuesday is a 2-for-1 night with domestic bottles and appetizers. Wednesday, enjoy our great burgers, half-priced as well, along with $3 domestic bottles. Friday is happy hours, so come in and enjoy some complimentary wings. If you're planning a get-together at the Beachmont, they have a private room available for your party. Or if you're having it at home, let the Beachmont cater it. The Beachmont is more than just a restaurant, it's a meeting place for sports fans. Watch the big game on one of our large TVs. The Beachmont has the NFL's Sunday Ticket. Bring in a ticket stub from any Iona game and receive a free half-dozen Beachmont wings. That's the Beachmont Tavern, 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle. We look forward to seeing you there.
And welcome back to the Heinz Athletic Center. Anthony Carlo here along with John Stanko for the matchup today of the Gales and Bronx. And here you see Tamika Martinez taking charge early on. Tamika only played 22 minutes her last time out against Ryder. And as a girl who's led this team offensively and has so many tools, I believe it's her priority to make sure the Gales get off on a good foot offensively, and that's what she's doing here.
Martinez will head to the free throw line, and in that 22 minutes against Ryder, she did have 20 points.
She did.
So she was able to score when she was on the floor.
Absolutely, and that's what I think she's trying to make up for a little lost time, but very imperative to have her on the floor, as you just mentioned there, with 20 points in 22 minutes.
Martinez made the first free throw, second one up on its way, and it drops, giving Iona an 8-4 lead. We're still early on here in this one.
Here's that backcourt high-pressure defense for Iona, trying to force something to happen on the Bronx side, trying to get a turnover here.
Marita Gilcrease checks in for the Bronx. Out of that time, replacing Duggan. Gilcrease feeds it around to McKenzie. McKenzie being guarded by Martinez now. Valsky at top of the key, down low. Gilcrease double teamed by Powell and D'Angelo. Puts up the hook shot off back rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Tamika Martinez with the block. And it goes out of bounds off the leg of Gilcrease. Martinez rejected that one with 2 hands.
What a big play by Tamika. She just came out of nowhere. And, I mean, Gilcrease just such a hard player to defend, so tall. And I believe they had three Gales were on her, and Tamika able to come out from behind and get that ball.
Now checking in Lachey Banks, the redshirt junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She netted 20 points off the bench for Ryder against Iona last time out.
Such a dangerous offensive weapon off the bench.
And Joy Adams travels as she looked to kick it out to Aaliyah Robinson, who checked in for the Gales. First turnover on Iona.
That's one thing that we can say about both of these teams. They have danger coming off the bench, John, with Banks and Aaliyah Robinson.
Coach Godsey said in the pregame interview, Aaliyah Robinson relishes that role, being the first off the bench, being relied on to come score and to be a spark plug.
Such an important and privileged thing that Coach Godsey has with Aaliyah Robinson.
Voloskita to the elbow, backs it back out, kicks it around to Johnson from long range. That was from 3 feet from beyond the arc, and she knocked it down.
Way downtown, and hey, if you can do it, why not?
Mikal Johnson is 32% from 3 on the year. That one was a beautiful stroke. Iona still leads, though, 8-7. Powell driving, kicks it out. Joy Adams will look to answer with a 3, and she does.
You see, that's the way that I mentioned earlier. This could be a shootout. Two high-powered offenses going at each other, and Joy is able to answer right there.
Iona ranks number 1 in the MAC, averaging nearly 75 points per game. As McKenzie now has it on the right side, feeds it to Banks. Banks to Voloskita looking to post up down low. McKenzie instead is Johnson for 3 at the top of the key. She knocks down another one.
Johnson's doing a great job of staying open from behind the arc, and that's going to be tough to defend for the Gales.
Martinez now at the free throw line, hands it off to Powell. Powell will take a long two-pointer, partially blocked by Johnson. Banks with the rebound. She will look to slow it down and get it to her point guard. No, she'll look to take it all the way. Being matched up on Joy Adams. Banks pulls up for the jumper. Off back rim, no good. Rebounded by Martinez, and she'll dribble the ball up the floor. D'Angelo now driving a Voloskita, kick out to Robinson. Robinson driving left side. Can she go up strong and finish? She doesn't make it. Banks tips it out to Voloskita. Voloskita outlet pass to Johnson. Johnson going to go coast to coast. Spin move on Powell. Shot blocked by Martinez again. Ball on the ground. Johnson, Martinez fighting for it. And they're going to call a held ball. And possession arrow goes to Ryder.
Johnson's not happy with that one right there. And here is the play. You see D'Amica Martinez just doing everything today. Defensively, she's scoring as well. And that was just a great job of D'Amica getting to where she had to be and coming up with a big play.
Also, just want to point out, that was a big shot by Joy Adams to make that first 3-point field goal for the Gales. She answered that Mikal Johnson 3, and Joy Adams has really been improving from beyond the arc. And she's been showing that quite well throughout the season. And if she can if she can continue to improve that throughout her career here at Iona, she may become one of the most dangerous players in the MAC.
She'd only be adding another tool to her arsenal. We know she can drive.
Pele driving kick out to Banks. Banks being guarded by D'Angelo. Take the pull-up jumper once again. This time she knocks it down. She used her height advantage there over D'Angelo and shot it right over the outstretched arm of the senior.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a contested shot. It's just the height advantage gave her the advantage right there.
Ryder takes back the lead 12-11. 12:50 to go here in the first half. Martinez still being guarded by Johnson. Martinez now will look to pivot, and they're going to say she took too many steps. And a traveling violation call. Coach Lynn Mulligan immediately stood up for Ryder, saying, that's a travel. And ref was like, I know, I got this.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Well, you know what? You got to stay on top of things. If you're coaching a team like these two teams here, I mean, they're very much a contention for the MAC this year.
McKenzie feeds it to Banks. Banks now being matched up by Adams. It's a much better matchup for Iona. Joy Adams on Banks. Now it's Voloskita. Jabs it by Martinez. Kick out to Pele. Pele kick out to McKenzie driving baseline. Powell there to help. Double team. And the ball goes out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds by Robinson.
That is what you have to do against somebody like McKenzie. The Gales do a great job of double teaming and just leaving McKenzie with nowhere to go. And no matter how tall you are, no matter what sort of height advantage you have, that is the trick in order to stop someone like Manisha McKenzie.
Shireen Lightbourne checks in, replacing Manon Pele. Voloskita to inbound and gets it to Banks. Posts it up on Powell, and Banks lays it in and gives Ryder a 3-point lead, 14-11.
They've been getting some good mismatches here. I mean, the Ryder Bronx are just a bigger team, and they've been taking advantage of that.
Now Martinez being matched up on Voloskita. Take the pull-up 3-point field goal. Nothing but net.
But you cannot defend that. You cannot. D'Amica Martinez is on fire right now.
The step back.
She has 11 points.
The step back pull-up 3-point shot knocks this game at 14. We are under 12 minutes to go. Lightbourne feeds it to Voloskita. That pass is stolen away by Alea Robinson. Fast break opportunity for the Gales. Robinson going coast to coast. Can't she finish? Blocked by Johnson. It'll stay with the Gales, but great transition defense by the Bronx.
Absolutely. They beat the Gales to the point, and that was a huge play coming up with that block.
With 11:41 left, we are knotted at 14 here at the Heinz Athletic Center. Stay tuned for more action. The Gales and the Bronx in a tight matchup here for MAC conference play.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
Back here at the Heinz Athletic Center, it is a 14-14 game between the Rider Bronx and the Iona Gales. And so far, D'Amica Martinez has been lighting it up. 11 points on the day, and here she is taking that three from downtown and knocking it down. D'Amica Martinez is going to be so tough today to defend if she keeps hitting shots like that, John.
D'Amica Martinez perfect from the floor, 4 of 4. The Gales are shooting 50%, 5 of 10. Ryder is 6 of 14. Rebounding-wise, both teams are even, frankly. Ryder has 6 rebounds. Iona has 7 second-chance points, though. Ryder Bronx have 3 offensive rebounds. They have 4 points off those second opportunities. Also, got to look at blocks. Ryder has 3 blocks already, and D'Amica Martinez has 2 blocks for the Gales. So physical play being played down low between these two teams. We've already had 3 ties and 2 lead changes here, and we're not even 9 minutes in.
D'Amica's been doing a great job of just being all over the place. On the defensive end of the ball, she's coming up with some big blocks, and offensively, of course, we know what she can do. So she's going to be a player the Bronx need to contain if they're going to have any shot at winning this game.
Mynisha McKenzie set a career high with 37 points last time out against Iona. She played all 45 minutes, every minute of regulation, every minute of overtime. And D'Amica Martinez, after fouling out against Ryder, has played back-to-back 40-minute games. She hasn't taken a rest either.
I mean, it could definitely play into the way that she's feeling today, but I haven't seen it yet. I mean, maybe that's what sparks her is playing a couple of games where she's basically in the game the whole time. I mean, a lot of players would suffer some wear and tear from that, but D'Amica so far coming out like a thoroughbred.
How do you think Joy Adams is playing now, inserted back into the starting lineup after 1 game of rest?
You know, Joy, I mean, she's doing okay, but, you know, I really can't say too much about her yet. I haven't seen anything that shocked me. I mean, I do think, though, that Joy is going to become a very important part of this game as it continues to go on. I think right now she's being overshadowed a little bit by D'Amica, but look for her to be definitely a catalyst to the Gales' win if they are able to pull out a victory today.
Also, another key tidbit Coach Gotze was focused on start of this game was that Iona only had 7 assists on their 21 field goals against Monmouth, and they had 15 turnovers. So far today, 3 assists on 5 field goals. Also, that Iona already has 4 turnovers as a team. So they might want to guard that ball a little bit more.
A little bit better. You definitely want to limit those. I mean, at this point, Ryder, you know, you turn the ball over to Ryder, they'll score. You know, 92 points is what they scored on the Gales last time out. Last time these two matched up. So you have to watch that if you're Coach Gotze.
McKenzie has 2 points thus far for Ryder. Only 1 field goal attempt. It's Mikkel Johnson who leads the Bronx with 6 points. She's 2 of 2 from long range. It's right now Haley D'Angelo to inbound it with 11:41 to go. As the officials actually have stopped play, it looks like the officials are going to talk to the coaches for a second, clarify some things. And now we're ready to go underway as D'Angelo now looking to inbound it. Almost 5-second violation. Instead gets it to Martinez, the safety net. Now Martinez, crossover on Johnson, spin move, pull up, fadeaway jumper, off back rim, no good. Rebound goes to Banks. First missed shot of Martinez is day. And now Valaskita will bring it, kick it out to Johnson. Johnson looking to feed it to McKenzie, posting up on Aaliyah Robinson. Instead, down low, that is Shireen Lightbourne who lays it in and gives the Bronx back a 2-point lead.
Lightbourne just driving the lane right there and no contention whatsoever.
Lightbourne, a grad student from Elmsford, New York, as D'Angelo drives it, kicks it out to Martinez. Johnson's matched up on her in this man-to-man defense. It's been Martinez versus Johnson. Now Martinez will take it all the way to the hoop, and she will draw the foul and head back to the free throw line. That foul is going to be on Mynisha McKenzie.
Mynisha McKenzie, the foul there. Johnson had a tough job staying with D'Amica as she just took off, and that was just a good job of D'Amica getting into the lane and finishing.
Martinez shoots nearly 90% from the free throw line on the year. However, this first one does not drop.
In these matchups, the Gales are holding a 23-14 advantage in the win column. 16 of the last 22 and 8 of the last 12 against the Rider Bronx.
Look to continue that success today, but they have a tough battle ahead of them as now the Bronx break the Iona press, and Volskita has it at the Iona logo, gives it to Lightborn. Lightborn feeds back to McKenzie. McKenzie will look to drive on Adams, crossover, feeds it down low to Banks, pass tipped by Martinez. Adams corrals it. Adams looking to go coast to coast, kicks out to Ali Robson for 3, no good, and Lightborn pulls it down.
I don't know where McKenzie was throwing that one.
She basically threw it into triple coverage. It was great defense by Iona to deny that passing gap. Mikkel Johnson from long range once again, and that one's off front of the rim, and Adams pulls down the rebound. And Adams now looking to cross over. Valesquite kicks it out to Martinez. Pass to D'Angelo. D'Angelo taking an uncontested 3. Off back rim, no good. Lightborn with the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Iona. And that foul is on Joy Adams. That is her second personal foul.
And you see Haley D'Angelo taking the shot there and then diving out of bounds in a very, very demonstrative way is Lightborn.
Joy Adams takes a seat on the bench. Cassie Ranger comes in to replace her. Ranger saw 0 minutes in the win against Monmouth, but she sees action here today. And McKenzie spin move, double team by Robinson to Martinez, kicks it back out to Lightborn. Now it's Banks. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Banks, contested jumper, knocks it down in front of Ranger. Banks' stroke is like a line drive laser, but somehow it finds its way in.
Yeah, she doesn't go for the arc. I mean, she puts it in like a laser beam.
Great pass by Powell to Robinson on the drive. That's what Powell does so well.
Oh, man, what a way to set that up for Leah Robinson.
Alicia Powell drove all the way coast to coast, got to the block, and then dished it off to Robinson, and she laid it in easily. And now it's Lightborn, feeds it to McKenzie, driving right side on Robinson, crosses over. Robinson denies the shot. Rebound goes in the hands of Ranger. It was knocked out of bounds by McKenzie, so it'll stay with the Gales with 9:16 remaining. Gales trailing by 1. You see this pass here by Powell, feeding Robinson. A beautiful look from the junior.
Just great vision right there, being able to recognize Aaliyah Robinson on that play, and the Gales are now down by only 1.
18-17 the score, 9 minutes to go. D'Angelo gets it to Martinez. McKenzie falls to the ground. Martinez uses advantage, tries to dribble past her. Good help defense by Lightborn. Now it's Powell has it, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Will Powell create her own shot, driving left side, pull up floater, no good. Rebound, tipped by Powell, but finds the hands of Volskita. Volskita now has it, and she'll slowly bring the ball up the floor. McKenzie, the uncontested three-point field goal. That's good. A late closeout by Robinson, and the Gales pay for it, and it's the largest lead of the day for Ryder, tying it 21-17.
And the Bronx having some success from behind the arc.
The Gales looking to score, trailing by 4, 21-17, 8:13 to go. Martinez, double team by McKenzie on the hedge out. Now Martinez will drive, put it up, off back rim, no good, but she'll once again draw the foul.
D'Amica taking on the whole team right there and gets to the line with that one.
Mikkel Johnson, second foul, team's 5th foul. Coach Gotzi's got to be happy with the idea of Martinez driving to the lane and not settling for three-point field goals.
Oh, absolutely, because what it does is it opens up the threes later on for her and everybody else.
3 for 4 from the line so far today. Make it 4 for 5. D'Amica Martinez now with 13 of Iona's 18 points. Shireen Lightborn takes a seat as Pele re-enters the game for the Bronx, and Stephanie Mason, a freshman from Jackson, New Jersey, enters for the first time, replacing Mikkel Johnson. Johnson may not see many more minutes this half, seeing as she has 2 personal fouls. Pele feeds it to McKenzie, and now McKenzie gets to Volskita. Volskita down low to Banks. Great pass by Volskita to lead Banks open and for easy lefty layup.
And with Banks receiving that pass there, just a great job with her so big under the hoop.
Mason with the steal, and now she gives it to Pele to lead a fast break opportunity for the Bronx. And then miscommunication there as Pele kicked out to McKenzie. McKenzie wasn't expecting it, bounced off her fingers, and the ball will go to Iona after this timeout. However, with 7:44 to go, the Gales are trailing by 4, 23-19.
Let's all go to the Beachmont. Come in and see what we're all about. For years, the Beachmont has been all about you. Great dining, great atmosphere, and has been a meeting place where the entire Iona community gathers. The Beachmont Tavern at 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle, right across the street from Iona, has always been the first choice for Gale fans before and after each game. We are open 7 days a week for lunch or dinner and is a fun place to be any hour of the day. Mondays are half-price wing nights at the Beachmont. Enjoy the best buffalo wings in town, along with half off of domestic pitchers. Tuesday is a 2-for-1 night with domestic bottles and appetizers. Wednesday, enjoy our great burgers, half-priced as well, along with $3 domestic bottles. Friday is happy hours, so come in and enjoy some complimentary wings. If you're planning a get-together at the Beachmont, they have a private room available for your party. Or if you're having it at home, let the Beachmont cater it. The Beachmont is more than just a restaurant, it's a meeting place for sports fans. Watch the big game on one of our large TVs. The Beachmont has the NFL's Sunday Ticket. Bring in a ticket stub from any Iona game and receive a free half-dozen Beachmont wings. That's the Beachmont Tavern, 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle. We look forward to seeing you there.
Anthony Carlo here with John Stanko back at the Heinz Athletic Center where the Rider Broncs have a 23-19 lead over the Gales. And John, 5 out of the last 6 shots the Gales have taken, they missed. What is going on with their offense? Is it becoming stagnant again?
I mean, I don't think it's becoming stagnant. I think Ryder's doing a fantastic job defensively, kind of denying good looks. Even Martinez's shot, the shots she's been making have been contested. I think the only really wide open look we've seen has been the Aaliyah Robinson layup that she had off the feed from Powell. And now Robinson has it on the left wing, and Ranger looks to set a screen. Mason goes behind it. Robinson kicks out to Martinez. She'll take a 3-point field goal, and she'll knock it down. And that shot was contested as well.
That's true. D'Amica Martinez has just been on fire. 17 points now on the day for her.
Pele feeds it to Mason. Mason being guarded by a Ranger. Now back out to Pele. Volskita posting up on Powell down low. Instead, Mason's going to take a 3-point field goal. It's way off, and the rebound goes to D'Angelo. D'Angelo, eyes forward, crosses the timeline, and now we'll look to hand it off to Robinson. No, Robinson cuts baseline. Now Ranger sets a screen. D'Angelo goes behind it. Still being matched up by Mason. Kick out to Ranger. Ranger driving, picks up her dribble, back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo goes baseline on Mason, dishes out to Robinson. That pass stolen away by Pele. Pele looking to go coast to coast. 2-on-2 fast break. Pele with the left hand. It's good over Martinez.
And that was just a poor choice by Haley D'Angelo to pass that ball. She was really blinded a little bit there and couldn't see D'Amica was not as open as she thought she was.
Powell drives the right side, picks up her dribble, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Alicia Powell. So another turnover for Iona with 6:29 to go. The Gales are still trailing by 3, 25-22. Sabrina Gerador re-enters the game for the Gales, replacing Haley D'Angelo.
Gales need to regain a little composure here, settle down, have to realize that they're only down by 3 points.
Duggan also re-enters the game for the Bronx. Now Pele kicks out to Duggan. Now we'll feed it to Volskita. Volskita behind the Duggan screen. At the top of the key, feeds it to McKenzie. Robinson matched up on McKenzie. McKenzie crossover, pull back, step back, jumper. No good. Martinez pulls it down.
McKenzie looking for some style points on that one.
Now Martinez behind the back dribble in the paint will go up strong on Pele and will lay it in. I think she was trying to draw contact there, get the foul call. Instead, she had the bucket drop.
They look like it, John. And, I mean, D'Amica's just been doing, as we said, doing everything today.
6 of 7 shooting. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 2 of 2 from deep. Keeping Iona in this game. Gales trailing by 1, 25-24. And Pele misses an open jumper. Robinson gets the rebound. Tipped out by Duggan. I'm going to say Duggan got the arm of Robinson, so it's going to be a foul on Ryder. 16 fouls on the Bronx.
But the Gales no fear with Pele being open from behind the arc, as you mentioned before. Not that frequent of a three-point shooter.
Duggan, her second personal foul. She'll take a seat. Marita Gilcrease re-enters the game for Ryder. Powell has a right side. Gilcrease hedges out. Powell goes straight to the bucket on the left side. She is stripped by Pele. And they're going to call a jump ball. And the possession arrow points toward the Gales, so they will retain possession. Martinez to inbound it. Gerador gets it, swings it around to Powell. Martinez coming around the screen. Pump fakes the three-point shot, gets to Robinson to the free throw line. Dishes it out to Ranger. Miscommunication. Ranger, though, gets the loose pass. And now we'll give back to Martinez. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Martinez matched up on McKenzie. The matchup of the superstars. Her pull-up jumper. She gets the home bounce. Making 21 points for Martinez.
We see D'Amica's teammates trying to set screens for her and such. I don't think she needs them at this point. I mean, she's just taking on the Bronx.
She is in the proverbial zone, if you will. Every shot looks good to her. As they're going to call a foul down low on Cassie Ranger as the pass was fed into Shireen Lightbourne.
As you see here, D'Amica Martinez, and she's just challenging the Bronx on every attempt she's getting.
Couple quick crossovers, make a casual fadeaway jumper. No biggie. Pele to inbound. It gets to Lightbourne in the corner. Feeds it down low to Gilcrease. Gilcrease, high dribble. Gets to Volaskite. Now it's down low to Pele. Pele dish to Gilcrease. Gilcrease's shot an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Tipped back in, though, to Pele. Pele gets it to Lightbourne. Lightbourne dives into Gerador and then throws the ball wildly out of bounds.
I mean, it was fantastic ball movement to start that set right there, but at that point, I would look for a charge there, John. I don't know about you.
Yeah, see this replay here. Sabrina Gerador looked to have her feet set. It was whether or not she was there long enough, I guess you could say. But regardless, Iona gets possession back, and now they do have a 1-point lead, 26-25, with 4:30 to go. Notice the Gales making this run with Mikkel Johnson on the bench for Ryder as Powell drives left side, kick out to Ranger. Ranger now will drive toward the baseline, feeds it to Gerador, and it's going to bounce off the foot of Gilcrease, so it'll stay with Iona. To inbound it, Powell will get it to Martinez. Lightbourne trying to guard her. Martinez will put that shot up, and at this point, how do you stop that?
I don't know. That was such a difficult shot. 2 Bronx on D'Amica, and she fades away with that one.
23 points on 8 of 9 shooting, as they're going to call a foul as Pele was driving toward the basket. They're going to call a foul on Alicia Powell. Look at this shot here. That shot is over 2 defenders. I don't think she was looking at the basket when she took it, yet it still found its way to the bottom of the net.
I think the best way to defend that right now is try and get three Bronx on D'Amica and just leave somebody open, hoping that they'll miss some of their shots.
4 minutes to go in the first half. Iona holds a 28-25 lead. Pele has it. Drives right side, kick out to McKenzie. McKenzie been quiet here in the first half for the most part. As Lightbourne now has it to Gilcrease down low. Nope, miscommunication once again.
A lot of miscommunication for the Bronx in their last 2 possessions, and that's going to result in turnovers, which results the Gales points.
Coach Lynn Mulligan pulls her team aside for a quick short respite because Iona has gathered a 3-point lead with 3:46 to go. The Gales are leading the Bronx 28-25.
Check out JP's Waterside Restaurant at 703 Mitterford Avenue on City Island, serving fresh seafood, sumptuous sizzling steaks, and delicious Italian specialties. JP's is open every day year-round. Come in for lunch at JP's Waterside every day starting at 11. Don't forget about us for catering all your special occasions either. Walk-ins and reservations are accepted. That's JP's Waterside Restaurant at 703 Mitterford Avenue right there on City Island. Give us a call at 718-885-3364. That's JP's Waterside Restaurant on City Island.
Division I basketball returns to Springfield this March. The MAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, where somebody could become an NCAA champion. March 6th through the 10th, Mass Mutual Center in Springfield.
Gets it off from midcourt.
Get your tickets for the MAC Basketball Championship and get into the action.
All the way to the finish.
At Ticketmaster.com, Massachusetts.com, or the Mass Mutual Center box office. Presented by Mass Mutual Financial Group.
Anthony Carlo and John Stanko here at the Heinz Athletic Center. Welcome back, everybody. And a 25-28 game right now, as you see D'Amica Martinez being guarded by McKenzie. And that, it just hasn't been good enough to have one defender on D'Amica, because she's proved that with two defenders, she was able to, knock shots down. So what the Bronx are going to have to do is somehow try and minimize the threat that D'Amica is putting out there right now, because I don't think there's any way to stop her.
D'Amica Martinez has 23 of Iona's 28 points.
Wow.
Only 5 points have come from otherwise. It's Joy Adams who has 3 points, and Aaliyah Robinson with 2. Otherwise, everyone else is scoreless. Powell gets it to Ranger, but they're going to call an illegal screen on Sabrina Gerador. That's going to be the 6th team foul on the Gales. First on Gerador. Now, Volaskita has yet to take a seat this game. She averages roughly 35 minutes a game when she starts. And Volaskita now will take the pull-up jumper from the elbow, and she'll knock it down. Got the Iona lead to 1.
Right over Sabrina Gerador with a huge height advantage.
Now Robinson driving baseline, kick it out to Ranger. Ranger now trapped in the corner, back to Robinson. Fumbled the pass, now feeds it down low to Gerador. Can she finish strong? Yes, she can. Sabrina Gerador is on the board. Points in the paint for the Gales and a 3-point lead.
Good ball movement, and right there, points in the paint. That's the key. That's something the Gales are going to need to continue to do.
Volaskita feeds it now to Lightbourne. Double teamed, and they're going to call a traveling violation. Sharina Lightbourne, the New Jersey native, couldn't keep her feet together there. As you see Cassie Ranger here, double teamed.
As you see Cassie Ranger, as you said, was double teamed, and she's able to get that ball out of there, and then you have a wide open player right in the paint. So that's a good job of the Gales recognizing the situation and moving the ball well.
2:47 to go in the first half. Iona leads Ryder 30-27. Powell kicks out to Ranger. Now Ranger will take the drive. Her shot is thrown away by Gilcrease. Gilcrease is second in the MAC, averaging, I think, about 2.5 blocks per game. However, Sabrina Gerador still reigns supreme in that category in conference. As Martinez inbound to get it to Gerador. Gerador now will dribble, and she'll go straight to the hoop. And now they're going to call a foul. No, they're going to call traveling on Sabrina Gerador. Now Volaskita brings the ball up the floor, being hounded by Powell. Bronx trailing by 3. Mikkel Johnson checks back into the game for Ryder. Johnson swings it around to McKenzie. Johnson using a screen, trying to cut to the hoop. It says McKenzie pulling up for the baseline jumper, and she knocks it down over Aaliyah Robinson.
McKenzie just doing a good job of getting in there and putting that one up. I mean, she needs to get herself back on in this game in order for the Bronx to have a shot.
Powell drives left side. Her shot only hit the backboard, and the rebound goes to Ryder. They can regain the lead here with a bucket. Johnson on the right side. McKenzie setting a screen. Johnson uses it. Stops at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Banks. Banks not afraid to shoot the ball. Instead passes out to Volaskita. Volaskita to Johnson. Another long-range 3. That one barely grazes the rim. Long rebound. Corralled by Powell. Powell will look to push the tempo. Outlet pass to Martinez. Martinez can take it all the way to the hoop if she goes. And as she goes, it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it was off the knee of Martinez. So it's going to go back to Ryder as D'Angelo re-enters the game, replacing Alicia Powell.
Right there, we saw her on the Bronx side. Johnson just continues to shoot those threes from way downtown. And she's come up cold the last few shots she's taken.
Banks has it left side at the three-point line. Looks to get to Volaskita. Volaskita now being matched up by D'Angelo. Red shirt senior captain guards Volaskita as she passes off to Banks. That's an air ball, though. And the ball will go out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by Martinez. So it's going to stay with Ryder.
Was that ball deflected there, John?
I'm not entirely sure there.
Yeah,
but
if you look at the replay here.
It looks like Martinez was touched as she was falling out of bounds. As now Mikkel Johnson gets the inbound, drives right side, pushes up. Shot rejected by Gerador. Gerador.
As you mentioned, the queen of blocks in the MAC.
And we are under a minute to go in the first half. A tightly contested matchup here. The Gales are leading by 1 over Ryder, 30-29. D'Angelo now being guarded by Veloskide. Kicks out to Ranger. Ranger down low to Jared. A great pass. Can she finish? No good off the rim. Own offensive rebound. Goes up strong. That wild shot off the backboard. She falls to the ground. No foul called. McKenzie pulls down the board. And with 35 seconds remaining in the half, Ryder has the ball. A chance to take the lead. McKenzie, pump fake on Robinson. Robinson left her feet. McKenzie puts up the floater. No good. Offensive rebound by McKenzie is denied by Robinson, but they're going to call a jump ball. And the possession arrow stays with Ryder, and the shot clock is off. 24.4 seconds remain.
Well, here's the block from Sabrina Gerador, and she just said no, denied, as the Bronx tried to drive into the paint.
She had a quick outlet pass, though, to D'Amica Martinez on that block, and she didn't see her. Martinez was already past the timeline, and she could have fed her for an easy layup, but Sabrina Gerador did not have her eyes forward after corralling the loose ball after her block.
Yeah, Gerador just kept trying to go up with it, and here's
you see here, you see Martinez, she's already out of the screen at the timeline looking for the ball to get the ball going forward.
Right. Well, you know what? A little bit better court vision, I guess we could say the Gales need to improve on going into the second half. Being able to recognize those things right off the bat.
.4 seconds to go. Joy Adams remains on the bench for Iona, along with Alicia Powell.
Very interesting.
Mikkel Johnson gets the inbound from Veloskide. Veloskide has a wide open three. They left her alone off the inbound, but she missed it. Now it's Aaliyah Robinson. She'll give it to D'Angelo, and Coach Billy Gotzi calls a 30-second timeout with exactly 18 seconds remaining here in the opening half.
I think that timeout, John, is the fact that another wide open look for the Bronx. I mean, a little, it's unacceptable at this point.
The Gales will look to increase this lead. They have a 1-point lead now. I doubt that they'll take this shot with any more than 3 seconds remaining on the clock unless it's a wide open look.
Yeah, because they don't want to give the Bronx at this point a chance to, take the lead here going into the second half. I spoke about earlier how it's important that the Gales came out with an offensive run, and take that lead early on so that by the time the second half comes, it would have been Iona's lead so far, and that's what they've done, even though it's a very close game up until this point.
D'Angelo at the Iona logo. 7 seconds remaining in the half. Now only 5 as Martinez has it. Step back jumper on Mikkel Johnson. She knocks it down with a second to go. A 2-point field goal gives the Gales a 3-point lead. And also, D'Amica Martinez became the second all-time leading scorer in Iona College women's basketball history with that bucket.
The Bronx could not have defended D'Amica Martinez any better in that situation. And, I mean, putting it up and, knocking it down as D'Amica, it's just not able to defend that at all.
We head into halftime. The score is 32-29. Worth noting, D'Amica Martinez, 25 of Iona's 32 points. Anthony Carlo and myself will have the call, and the second half begins, but stay tuned for the Iona Insider halftime show, where Assistant Director of Operations Mike Ritz will join me, along with Director of Operations Eric Alston, to talk about this first half and all things MAC. I want to thank you, everyone, for tuning in here on this Sunday afternoon to Iona College women's basketball. The Gales leading the Rider Bronx 32-29.
Go like Iona goes. All Sports International in Yorktown Heights is more than just a travel agency. It's a full-service provider for all of your travel needs. Whether you are one, two, or a team, All Sports International agents are trained to negotiate the lowest airfares. But they do more than just that. Hotels, cars, vans, whatever you need, whether it's far in advance or at the last minute, All Sports International will get it done. You worry about yourself, they'll take care of the rest. Individual or group, business or pleasure, close or far away. The folks at All Sports International will do it all at the lowest possible cost to you. All Sports International in Yorktown Heights. Call 914-243-4590. All Sports International. They make sure the Gales get to all their road games.
Yellow Book Yellow Pages is packed with buying information, complete Yellow Pages, business white pages, community information, area maps, money-saving coupons, even a restaurant menu section. And the easy-to-read print helps you find whatever you're looking for. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yellow Pages reaches your potential customers at the exact moment they are ready to buy. For more information about promoting your business in Yellow Book, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
At Pasta Pasta, you can enjoy a fine dining experience at an authentic Italian restaurant located on Williamsbridge Road in the Bronx. At Pasta Pasta, all of their fine Italian dishes are made fresh on the premises daily. Pasta Pasta can cater and deliver for any function in both Westchester and the Bronx. Come and enjoy your next get-together in our luxurious party room. Pasta Pasta is open 7 days a week. Call 718-892-9634, located on 2023 Williamsbridge Road in the Bronx. That's Pasta Pasta.
Division I basketball returns to Springfield this March. The MAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, where somebody could become an NCAA champion. March 6th through the 10th, Mass Mutual Center in Springfield.
Gets it off from midcourt.
Get your tickets for the MAC Basketball Championship and get into the action.
All the way to the finish.
At Ticketmaster.com, Massachusetts.com, or at the Mass Mutual Center box office. Mutual Financial Group.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, Northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
Your Iona College cheerleader.
Back here on IonaInsider.com. Sorry for the loud volume there. Scared Mike Ritz a little bit. The Iona College Gales leading 33-29 here at the Heinz Athletic Center. And before we get to your initial thoughts on the entire first half, I got to get your thoughts on Tamika Martinez, because right now she is in a zone maybe we haven't seen yet this season. She's got 26 points thus far, 9 of 10 shooting, and she's became the second all-time leading scorer in Iona College women's basketball history.
It's amazing. Some of the shots she's putting up is just like, oh, she's going to miss that, and it just goes in. That's just, when you're a shooter, you have those kind of nights. Tamika Martinez is a great player. Anybody knows that who's watched her play, but she is lights out. 90% right now from the field. That's just tremendous.
Yeah, I'm more mad at her for missing that free throw, to be honest with you. No, it just, you don't even expect, I mean, you almost expect it out of Tamika, though. Like, some of the shots that, a lot of people aren't going to make, you almost expect Tamika to make. So, the one from right outside the block, double team, she kind of just flung it up there, nothing but net. It's almost, she's more comfortable with a hand in her face rather than shooting wide open. But you know what? She's just used to getting double teamed. She's almost used to that defense. So she really couldn't miss in the first half. And that last three to end the half was really big for us.
The Gales now hold a 4-point lead, 33-29. And now that we got past Tamika Martinez, Mike, we'll start with you. What other things stuck out to you in this first half against Ryder?
Banks, again. I mean, Banks came up big for them against us. Obviously, at Ryder, she's coming up, started off well. She's hitting some tough shots, too. Crossing up people, a little fadeaway jumper. She's been playing, but we also limited McKenzie in the first half, which obviously was one of our vocal points the entire week preparing for Ryder. So I think we've done a pretty good job on the defensive end so far in the first half, so that's one thing we should really look at.
Yeah, I say the same thing. But if you look at Joy Adams was in foul trouble first half. She's a key player on our team. So for us not to have her and still have this lead is tremendous, because we could use her in the offensive glass, get us some extra shots up. But also, like Mike said, holding Mynisha McKenzie to 7 points, where when we were at Ryder, she almost had a double-double in both halves. She was just one rebound short to have another double-double in the second half. But to hold her to 7 points is tremendous. And like I said, they have great players on their team. Ryder is a great team. Their record doesn't really show it, but they're a tremendous team, and they have players who can step up. We just have to limit their opportunities.
how has Iona done a good job containing Mynisha McKenzie thus far? What have they done specifically to maybe keep her from getting hot?
I'd say she hasn't really been driving to the basket. I can really name all her points. One, she had an offensive rebound for a putback. Another, she had a three. Her 7th point was when she just drove right to the baseline. That's where she's most comfortable. That's when she's dangerous. So we've limited her to her drive-in, and she just really forcing her to take some jump shots. So when she's not, she's like another Joy. They do damage when they're driving, but they also can shoot. So we'll take our chances with her shooting.
Yeah, I completely agree with Eric. I think every time she's been on the block, we've double-teamed her, and we've made her force it. We're making her kick it back out. And you want anything that she wants to do, you want it in front of you. You don't want her to drive by. I almost think at Ryder we gave her a little too much space to drive. So really up in her, you know what, if you're going to shoot it, but you're not going to beat us here. And our help D, especially Sabrina, has been great. She's clogging up the middle, which is great. But like I said, every time she's been on that block, we've double-teamed her, almost triple-teamed her, make her force her to kick it out so they can run something else in their offense. So that's been one real key in the first half.
When we were down in New Jersey, the way the game was called had a big impact on the game. There was a lot of fouls called. It was just that way throughout the entire game. Both teams had to deal with it. However, this game, it's being a lot more physical contact being allowed, not as many tic-tacky fouls. Do you think that benefits Iona in the long run?
I think so. We're used to playing tough. In practice, it's an all-out grind. It's like a game in every scrimmage we play. So the girls are used to playing tough games. It gets into them when it's tic-tac fouls and when you try to play aggressive. So players like Alicia Powell, Joy Adams, D'Amica Martinez, they love this aggressive style of play. So it really benefits us when we're able to just play our game and just go all out.
Yeah, especially at practice when Eric calls nothing after
No blood, no foul.
But no, I think yeah, definitely the flow of the game is much better here than we were at Ryder. It just every possession, even on Ryder's side with us, every time we were driving, it seemed like they were getting called a foul, and then we come down and then we get called for a foul. So it was just that type of game. Here it's a little more fluid. I think that really helps us, especially on transition, because especially with Meek, I think just her timing with everything, with it not being so tic-tacky, she'll be able to come down just the flow of the game, kind of get a feel for it. And I think that's just how Meek plays. When it's not as tic-tacky, I think she really eats that up, and she's able to get more shots up.
I've asked both head coach Billy Gotzi and junior Alicia Powell before the game, is this game a tone setter for the rest of the year? You lost this team the first time. This is the rematch. I want to get your guys' take. Does this team really affect the team moving forward, do you think?
Yes, because as much as you try to put it in the past or say, hey, the next game, our girls, they don't like to lose. So they know who they lost to. They know what they did wrong, and they just want to go out and make it right. So, yes, I would say this is a tone setter because the girls, we want to finish out the games, but we're not looking ahead. We're looking at right now we have a second half against Ryder. So finishing out the season is strong, but we definitely have to finish out this game even stronger.
Yeah, I think it's just an extra incentive just because they stopped our 18-game winning streak, and that's something that we didn't want to let happen. But yeah, I mean, it's for them. I really think it's just another game. They're just trying to win. They're gamers, so it doesn't matter who we're playing. We just want to get the win at the end of the day. We want to have more points than the other team. So yeah, we know we get it. It's Ryder, but you know what? They're just another team in the conference. They just happen to be in our gym, so while they're in our gym, we got to come away with a W.
Yeah, head coach Billy Gotzi said the tone setter for the year was when we lost to Ryder. That was when the tone was set, and that's what set the mood for the rest of the year. Now, I want to ask you guys, the MAC tournament is quickly approaching. We're on a homestand now, but Massachusetts is quickly approaching. How do you feel this team is coming along? Because we hit a little bit of a road bump. We didn't play that well against Manhattan or against Monmouth, but we seem to be playing better this half. How do you feel this team is coming along? Because the tournament's just weeks away.
I like our progression. Sometimes when the games are closer than we like, you can see it in the girls, you can see it in the coaches. We expect to win every game. So sometimes we don't come out and play our game. Sometimes our shots aren't falling. Sometimes we mess up. But I still like our chances in the MAC tournament. The girls are mentally tough, and that's something we worked on since Billy Gotzi first got the job and we all came aboard. It's about toughness. It's about being mentally tough, forget what's going on, and you play for the person next to you. So I think our girls will be prepared.
Yeah, it may sound weird. I almost like that we kind of, not dipped, but I struggled the past couple of days able to grind out some wins because I think, at least with me and Eric, we've been kind of spoiled this season because we've had some easy wins early on in the year, and that's kind of what is expected of them now after being so great early on in the year. But this is the MAC. It's a crazy conference. You're going to have some crazy games like we had on Friday, and
yes.
these types of games happen. It's just how are you going to when you're up against the wall, what are you going to do? And so far, like at Manhattan was a fight, and we ended up being on top. Monmouth, they pushed to the brink, needed Leash to hit a layup with 3 seconds to go, but we still ended up on top. Only had 6 shots in the second half, and we were still able to come out with a win. So those are the types of games that you really kind of judge the team on. When you're backed up against the wall, when things aren't going right, how is the team going to respond? And so far, we responded great. And that's those type of games you're going to see when you go to Massachusetts, because it's not, no game is easy, no game is given to you. You got to earn it.
The Iona Gales leading 33-29 here at halftime. Second half just moments away. Mike, we'll start with you. What does Iona need to do here to secure the win and get the win in this rematch against Ryder?
And you got to box out McKenzie first of all, and you gotta run our stuff. I feel like we're a little too quick right now on offense. I mean, obviously with Meek shooting the way you're shooting, I guess you'll take it. But on the defensive end, you've got to keep doing what we're doing in the first half, because I feel like this has been one of the better defensive halves we've had, only giving up 29 points to a pretty good Ryder team. So I would say you got to just maintain our defensive intensity, and then we're going to come out on top.
I agree with Mike. For me, defense. If we still shut Manisha McKenzie down and limit Banks to some shots, we'll be all right. As long as we're boxing out, getting the rebounds, and pushing it in transition, we'll be okay. But it starts with defense.
Thank you, Assistant Director of Operations Mike Ritz, Director of Operations Eric Olson. Thank you for joining me in the halftime show.
Johnny.
The Gales leading 33-20 at halftime. The final half just moments away here on IonaInsider.com.
Yellow Book Yellow Pages is packed with buying information, complete Yellow Pages, business white pages, community information, area maps, money-saving coupons, even a restaurant menu section. And the easy-to-read print helps you find whatever you're looking for. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yellow Pages reaches your potential customers at the exact moment they are ready to buy. For more information about promoting your business in Yellow Book, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
At Pasta Pasta, you can enjoy a fine dining experience at an authentic Italian restaurant located on Williamsbridge Road in the Bronx. At Pasta Pasta, all of their fine Italian dishes are made fresh on the premises daily. Pasta Pasta can cater and deliver for any function in both Westchester and the Bronx. Come and enjoy your next get-together in our luxurious party room. Pasta Pasta is open 7 days a week. Call 718-892-9634, located on 2023 Williamsbridge Road in the Bronx. That's Pasta Pasta.
Division I basketball returns to Springfield this March. The MAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, where somebody could become an NCAA champion. March 6th through the 10th, Mass Mutual Center in Springfield.
Gets it off from midcourt.
Get your tickets for the MAC Basketball Championship and get into the action
All the way to the finish.
at Ticketmaster.com, Massachusetts.com, or the Mass Mutual Center box office. Presented by Mass Mutual Financial Group.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
Back here on IonaInsider.com, John Senko being rejoined by Anthony Carlo. And Anthony, before we went to the half, D'Amica Martinez made that clutch three-point field goal to give the Gales a 4-point lead, and she became the second all-time leading scorer in Iona College women's basketball history.
Oh, D'Amica Martinez has been unconscious today, and now she's got something to show for it. To be recognized for such a great accomplishment such as that, and she just puts the cherry on top so far for a great first half where D'Amica has an unbelievable 26 of the Gales' 32 points.
She shot 9 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 3 from deep, and she missed a free throw. That's what Mike Rich was angry about at the halftime show. She missed a free throw.
One free throw. Now listen to me, and you mentioned this a lot in the first half. I mean, so many of her shots were contested. They were not easy shots. So many of them were not only contested, but there were 2 defenders on her, and she made it look simple. As you put it, I don't even think she was looking at the basket at one point.
Yeah, that shot on the block on the baseline where she hucked it up, it was like a 2-hand heave, and it just found its way into the bottom of the net. She is unconscious right now on the floor, and you hope that she continues that here in the second half.
That is my key for the second half, because if God forbid if you're Billy Gotze and D'Amica gets slowed down, where do you go for offense? It's going to be key to see the Gales work around her and start to contribute, because you know what? Ryder is still in this game because they have other players contributing. They have 3 or 4 players on pace for double-digit games. So it's going to be important for D'Amica or the Gales around her to be her supporting cast to the main character.
That's a fantastic point, because you look at Lachey Banks coming up big for Ryder, 8 points off the bench. Yeah. And you got to look at Alicia Powell, held scoreless, and Joey Adams only 3 points.
Joey Adams, oh man, that's a big. Explain for us why that's so big for Joey.
She had 2 personal fouls, so she sat down a lot of the first half. You got to think immediately here in the second half, she's going to have a much larger impact, because she's going to play knowing that there's not another half of basketball. She can go all out and not have to worry too much about the foul situation.
That's true. So key in on Joy, everybody, for the second half.
We are underway here from the Heinz Athletic Center, the second half. The Gales leading by 4, 33-29, as Powell has it right side, gives it to Gerador at the free throw line. Now to D'Angelo, left wing. D'Angelo using a screen from Gerador, top of the key. Looking to get down low. Gerador on the give and go. So they're going to call a traveling violation as Duggan cut off the Gerador passing lane. And it led to another turnover for Iona. Not the way the Gales want to start out the second half on a Haley D'Angelo travel. The starters return to the floor for both squads as Pele gets down to McKenzie. McKenzie going baseline on Adams. Now double teamed by Powell. Back to Pele. Pele losing control of the pass. Ball on the ground. Now she gets it out to Johnson. Johnson left open for 3. Way off. That's a brick. Adams pulls down the rebound. Adams now crosses over Pele, going coast to coast. Kicks it out to Haley D'Angelo. Pump fakes the 3. Now back to Gerador. Gerador driving left side. Puts it up. No good. Adams offensive rebound. Dribble it out. Kick out to Powell. Powell for 3. No good, and rebound goes to Pele.
See Joy Adams making a difference already, though, getting that offensive rebound to give the Gales an opportunity to score.
Pele to Voleskite. Voleskite now in the corner to Johnson. Johnson dribbling, picks up her dribble, dishes it down low. This is Duggan, the hook shot over Gerador. No good. Gerador tipped it, and the ball goes out of bounds in the Gales' favor. A minute into this one here in the second half, the Gales leading 33-29. A big game for the Gales on the year, trying to avenge their loss to Ryder earlier this year on February 6th. As Adams has it in the corner, dribbles it out to the wing. McKenzie is matched up on her. 2 of the best forwards in the game. In the MAC, as Adams spin move to the center of the paint. Yes, it is good from the MAC logo. Soft touch from the sophomore.
And Joy Adams is making a difference already. You were mentioning McKenzie. The Gales have done a good job keeping her quiet. She hasn't gone off yet. So that's going to be important for them here in the second half.
But she can go off at any moment as she crosses over on Adams and dishes out to Johnson. Now McKenzie's going to post up on Adams. Will Johnson feed it to her? Instead, she's going to hand it off to Pele. Pele top of the key. Dishes it down low to Voleskite. Voleskite kick out to McKenzie. McKenzie, an open 3-point field goal. That doesn't drop. And Martinez pulls down the rebound.
Great ball movement by Ryder right there.
Martinez crosses over, feeds it down low to Adams, and they're going to call a 3-second violation on Joy Adams. Lachey Banks re-entering the game for Ryder, replacing Manon Pele.
You see the strategy right there as you saw that loft pass, even though we didn't get to see anything come out of it. I believe the Gales are going to look for Joy Adams down low with that loft pass because she can do so much damage there.
35-29 the score. McKenzie crosses over on Powell, and they're going to call a 10-second violation. The Ryder Bronx could not get it over the timeline fast enough. The Gales pressure defense causing problems for Ryder there. And a quick turnover will give the Gales back the ball with a 6-point lead.
Defense is certainly going to play into things here. I mean, a high-scoring first half for both of these teams. And it's going to be interesting to see who can get down and dirty in the paint and try and defend as we hear in the second half.
Martinez, top of the key, spin move on Johnson. The fadeaway jumper. She's still good. She's still on fire.
D'Amica Martinez hasn't lost a touch. I mean, she just has it today.
McKenzie feeds it to Voleskite. This time Ryder does break the press. Voleskite pulls up before taking it to the basket and will dribble it back out. Ryder will set up their offense, down by 8, 37-29. McKenzie, left wing, driving baseline on Adams, gets all the way to the hoop. Shot rejected by Sabrina Gerador. Adams gets the loose ball, feeds it to Powell. Powell looking to go coast to coast. She kisses it out to Adams. Adams going to go all the way to the lane. She lays it in. And the Gales have opened up a 10-point lead, 39-29. And Coach Billy Gotze has to be ecstatic the way the Gales opened up this second half.
I mean, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to understand that Joy Adams is just going to be such a huge part of a Gales win if they're able to come away with it. You see here as D'Amica with the jumper right there, and she just knocks one down again, and now here is Joy Adams. Now, it's just so hard to defend somebody as athletic as her just driving the lane like that. I mean, look, she just went right through them.
When you try to stop Joy Adams entering the lane when she's going full speed, it's like a freight train. It's a freight train. You can't stop. You are entering the danger zone when you try and step in front of Joy Adams when she drives to the basket.
Look, I'm 6 feet. I would not step in front of Joy Adams, and I'd like to think I'm a decently sized man, but Joy Adams just can do damage with that, and that's only going to fare well even more for D'Amica, because if you have now some presence in the paint, some more scoring with Joy Adams, which we know she can do, on top of getting offensive rebounds, it just opens things up even more, and maybe we'll see some more offensive production out of other players, other perimeter shooters around D'Amica.
Yeah, here we go. The danger zone in the paint. Joy Adams dominates it, and when you try and get in front of her, and when you get contact, it's clobbering time because it's going to hurt.
Exactly.
It's going to hurt. You're going to get the wind knocked out of you.
And she's not going to be the one on the floor.
No, she's not. She'll be standing up tall.
No, I think in the last game I compared her to a lion chasing down her prey in the jungle.
There you go.
But I will call it now, and I'm not saying I'm a brain surgeon to call this, but I'll say Joy Adams is going to have a big second half.
The Gales leading 39-29, 16:50 to go here in the second half. Coach Lynn Mulligan had to call that timeout to calm her Rider team down. As now McKenzie's going to bring the ball up the floor as a mechanical problem. The horn is sounding here at the Heinz Center when it's not supposed to be, and the officials are going to call a timeout to try and sort this situation out.
Is that what that buzzing is? I thought that was in my headphones here.
And now the scoreboard has gone dark here at the Heinz Center. I think we'll take a short commercial break, see if the maintenance people can figure this one out here shortly. The Gales are leading by 10, 16:44 to go here in the first half. Gales leading 39-29.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, Northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
Division I basketball returns to Springfield this March. The MAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, where somebody could become an NCAA champion. March 6th through the 10th, Mass Mutual Center in Springfield.
Gets it off from midcourt.
Get your tickets for the MAC Basketball Championship and get into the action.
All the way to the finish.
At Ticketmaster.com, Massachusetts.com, or the Mass Mutual Center box office. Presented by Mass Mutual Financial Group.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, Northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
Back here at the Heinz Athletic Center, Anthony Carlo with John Stanko. The Iona Gales hold a 39-29 lead over the Rider Bronx, who were able to stump the Gales last time out, and that ended an 18-game winning streak in which the Gales are trying to avenge today here, John. And one big thing as I look at the box score at the moment, I mean, rebounding, as Joy Adams hasn't even played a huge amount of minutes at this point, but she has more rebounds than anybody on the Bronx.
6 rebounds for Joy Adams. The leading rebounders for Rider are Volaskite, the guard, with 3, and McKenzie only with 3 rebounds as well. So when you're keeping Mynisha McKenzie off the boards, she's second in the MAC in rebounding, averaging over 10 boards a game. You know you're doing something right.
Exactly, and that is a key thing that the Gales have been able to do. As I mentioned, she's been quiet, and we haven't seen, opposed to D'Amica Martinez, who's just been lighting things up. We haven't seen McKenzie really opening anybody's eyes, but that's the key if you're Billy Gotze and the Gales. It's to make sure that you contain the Bronx best player, and right now with Joy Adams, she's got 6 rebounds. It's just going to be such an impact she makes here in the second half if she can keep doing that for Iona.
Iona is currently shooting 48% from the floor. Ryder shooting at 36%. The three-point shot is falling for the Gales, hitting 4 of 7 from beyond the arc.
Falling for D'Amica. We should say for D'Amica.
Yeah, 3 of 3 D'Amica Martinez is from beyond the arc. The Gales have hit 5 of their 6 free throws, all of them coming from D'Amica Martinez. The Gales have 7 assists this game, which matches their total from last game against Monmouth. So already a little bit better ball movement today.
Absolutely. I mean, last time out, and that, it was uncharacteristic to see the Gales not really making good passes last time, and only 7 assists in the whole game. So it's a good thing that they're able to, rebound here and do some better assisting.
Alicia Powell leads Iona with 3 assists. Haley D'Angelo, Leah Robinson with 2 assists as well. Joy Adams looking to extend her double-double streak. She has 9 points and 6 rebounds thus far.
And you can't help but wonder, the Bronx coming off of, I'd say, a heartbreaking loss in their last contest. Has any of that carried over into this game? I mean, so far they've been playing the Gales hard. But right now, Iona's starting to create a little separation, starting to make a cushion for themselves.
Yeah, Mynisha McKenzie, as I mentioned early on in this game, she found foul trouble early. She only played 5 minutes in the first half of that game against Fairfield.
Right.
And she played the entire second half, but she only registered 6 points and 11 rebounds, which is very uncharacteristic of her. It was Mikkel Johnson who led the way for Ryder. It kept them in that game. She had 22 points.
But she's been ice cold from behind the arc, and today I see her continue to take shots from most of the time long range is most of the shots she's been taking, and she's been missing. And it's been getting progressively worse. Her last shot, as you mentioned, was a brick. And, when you do that as a player, you have to realize it may be beneficial to start changing it up a little bit. Maybe the Bronx can start something that way if she starts shooting less threes.
Yeah, Director of Operations Eric Alston said that it's great that we're forcing her to take jump shots, which is exactly what Iona would settle for. McKenzie taking a jump shot is much less dangerous than her driving to the lane where she could possibly draw fouls. And she's only drawn 1 foul, if I remember today. You pointed out in the pregame show she loved to get Iona in foul trouble last time these teams met. However, only 1 foul she's drawn today.
Yeah, so right there you have it. I mean, in the paint last game, she was able to use that spin move to try and draw a foul, and we haven't seen, that hasn't been something effective in her game today. And the Gales have really been containing her, I think, overall. As you said, she lives off of driving. I mean, that's what she does. She's a big girl. She's powerful, and they've been holding her to jumpers.
The Iona College Gales are still currently in a resting period now. The officials are meeting with a sports information director and associate athletic director, Brian Byer, talking about trying to fix his horn situation. Whenever they press the horn for a sub, the shot clock horn goes off and then doesn't go off.
Yeah, I see what the problem is. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely an annoying problem to delay the game.
Well, if we know anything, it's that Brian Byer can fix anything here at the Heinz Center.
That's true.
It's true.
Brian does everything. I mean, he's just the jack of all trades, I guess.
It's true. We'll take a short commercial break here on IonaInsider.com. We'll try and get back and bring you the action here. Just a reminder, the Gales are still leading by 10. There is still a game here with 16:44 to go in the second half. The Gales are leading the Ryder Bronx 39-29.
Go like Iona goes. All Sports International in Yorktown Heights is more than just a travel agency. It's a full-service provider for all of your travel needs. Whether you are one, two, or a team, All Sports International agents are trained to negotiate the lowest airfares. But they do more than just that. Hotels, cars, vans, whatever you need, whether it's far in advance or at the last minute, All Sports International will get it done. You worry about yourself, they'll take care of the rest. Individual or group, business or pleasure, close or far away. The folks at All Sports International will do it all at the lowest possible cost to you. All Sports International in Yorktown Heights. Call 914-243-4590. All Sports International. They make sure the Gales get to all their road games.
Yellow Book Yellow Pages is packed with buying information, complete Yellow Pages, business white pages, community information, area maps, money-saving coupons, even a restaurant menu section. And the easy-to-read print helps you find whatever you're looking for. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yellow Pages reaches your potential customers at the exact moment they are ready to buy. For more information about promoting your business in Yellow Book, call 1-800-YB-YELLOW. Yellow Book, not the other book.
At Pasta Pasta, you can enjoy a fine dining experience at an authentic Italian restaurant located on Williamsbridge Road in the Bronx. At Pasta Pasta, all of their fine Italian dishes are made fresh on the premises daily. Pasta Pasta can cater and deliver for any function in both Westchester and the Bronx. Come and enjoy your next get-together in our luxurious party room. Pasta Pasta is open 7 days a week. Call 718-892-9634, located on 2023 Williamsbridge Road in the Bronx. That's Pasta Pasta.
Division I basketball returns to Springfield this March. The MAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, where somebody could become an NCAA champion. March 6th through the 10th, Mass Mutual Center in Springfield.
Gets it off from midcourt.
Get your tickets for the MAC Basketball Championship and get into the action.
All the way to the finish.
At Ticketmaster.com, Massachusetts.com, or at the Mass Mutual Center box office. Presented by Mass Mutual Financial Group.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, Northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
John Stanko with Anthony Carlo on IonaInsider.com. There is one other game in women's basketball action today. The Quinnipiac Bobcats handled the Monmouth Hawks fairly easily at Quinnipiac. The Bobcats ended up beating the Hawks 83-50. Bobcats currently sitting in fourth place in the MAC behind Iona, Marist, Fairfield, and then it's Quinnipiac. Ryder sits fifth. And Quinnipiac handled business here. And I want to ask you your interpretation of the MAC, what's moving forward. This Ryder team sits fifth. And you know this team can give Iona a game, but you got to think the four major contenders, I feel, are Iona, Marist, Fairfield, and Quinnipiac. I want to get your thoughts because the MAC tournament is quickly approaching.
I agree with you. I think that Ryder is a good team. And I think that when you look at, they sit fifth, you might say to yourself, wow, so why should it be that difficult for the Gales to beat them? But, last time out, I think it proved, the Bronx proved why they are a difficult team to beat. And what they're trying to be, I think, at this point for Iona is a spoiler. They're trying to spoil things for the Gales. But I do believe that the standings aren't as perfect in trying to show you exactly what Ryder can do. As they said, fifth. Marist, Fairfield, and Quinnipiac, I believe. Those are the other three in front and behind the Gales. They're all strong teams as well. I feel that the Gales going into the tournament at this point need to make sure they don't go cold after such a long 18-game winning streak. It's easy for a team as the tournament approaches to sort of lose a little bit. And I think if they can pull a win out today, it's going to almost, as you said, a factor. It's a determining factor to the way the rest of their season is going to go.
Currently, the MAC standings are as follows. Iona is first, as we know, at 14-1. Marist is second at 14-2. Of key note, both the Marist conference losses came at home at McCann Arena, one to Iona and one to Fairfield. And then behind them is Fairfield at 12-4, Quinnipiac at 12-5, and then Ryder at 8-7. And those top five seeds, those are key because you earn a first-round bye in the MAC tournament. Those bottom six teams got to play in an opening round, if you will, to get to the final eight. And if you finish in that top five, it's kind of a little bit of a comfort knowing you don't have to play on that initial Thursday, that first day.
That's a great point that you bring up. But you have to realize, for those who haven't, been following the MAC as closely as we do, the Gales they've been, having a great year. But you can't forget Marist. 14-2 overall. Nobody is out of this by any means. The Marist has just as good of a shot of winning this whole thing as do the Gales. And I think that the Gales, as much as they've seemed unbeatable, they're not. I mean, unfortunately, to break it to Iona fans, the Gales at this point are not unbeatable. It's anybody's contest.
And now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Iona while we have this little bit of time. Up next, they'll be at home against Ryder on February 20th, and then they'll be at home against Canisius as the Buffalo team's making the swing here to New Rochelle to do battle against the Gales. And then on the 27th, the Iona Gales will take on Quinnipiac on the road in order to be a tough road matchup for Iona.
Absolutely. It's going to be a tough road matchup. I mean, what are your feelings on the way the Gales will finish out their record with these remaining games coming up?
It's going to be tough because I think those Niagara and Canisius games are games that Iona should win. Both teams are 6-10 in conference. Both teams are not exceptionally well talented. Iona beat them both the first time. However, they can both give Iona a tough game. Canisius led Iona at halftime up in Buffalo, and Niagara and Iona were in a massive shootout when they were doing battle in Buffalo. And then the big game that scares me is obviously on the road at Quinnipiac in Connecticut. It's a tough place to play. The men's team found that out when they went to Quinnipiac. They kind of got trounced a little bit, got beat up. But this Iona team, they played Quinnipiac a long time ago as well. It was early on in the conference year. And a lot can change going on in the course of the season. That Quinnipiac team might be a little bit different now.
Well, you brought up a good point about how they should be easy wins for Iona. But, I mean, look, in most recent times, they're coming off of a game against Monmouth. That was certainly no easy win. And Monmouth is certainly no contender. I wouldn't say they're a contender in this conference. So I feel that, the fact that even though it may look on paper like an easy win, it's going to be really, really important that Billy Gotze has this 14-1 team ready to beat up on these lesser teams, because if they are not prepared and they go into it thinking that it's almost a sleeper game, you know what I'm saying, where they feel they can...
A trap game.
A trap game, that's the word I'm looking for. A trap game, they're going to find themselves not going into the tournament with a great overall finish to their regular season.
Also, you got to look at the final game of the season. A home game here at the Heinz Center is home to Marist.
That's true.
And that's going to be an incredibly tough game. It's going to be senior day, so the Gales are going to be emotional. They're going to be pumped up for that last game. But Marist is no doubt going to be looking to avenge the loss Iona handed them in McCann Arena, because Iona ended their losing streak against Marist, and they have been flying high since. And Marist also, they lost to Fairfield at home. They've lost 2 home games, very uncharacteristic of them. They're going to want to come here and make a statement before the tournament begins.
Absolutely. And one thing that I've noticed watching the girls' team this year, Iona has been overall just flying so high for such a large portion of the season that as a fan, you become afraid. You wonder, can this height that they've been at, can they keep flying that high? And, because at some point there's a time to fall. You look at the men's team, the Iona College men's basketball team. They've been a team that tread water early on and made sure that they stuck with it. And now they're high, but the Gales have to make sure they can stay at the height they've been at.
And we are back in action here at the Heinz Center. The horn situation has been resolved, and we're back underway here. The Ryder Bronx trailing Iona 39-29 as McKenzie, out of a long extended break, misses the opening jumper and then commits a kind of, I think, frustrating foul, fouling Joy Adams.
Absolutely. McKenzie definitely at this point wants to just break open, wants to do what she knows she can do. 19 rebounds in her last game, and we haven't seen any of that today.
Yeah, 19 rebounds last time out against Iona was too shy of a career high for her. She set a career high with 37 points, but right now the Gales are looking to extend their 10-point lead with 6:20 to go. Powell drives left side, kicks out to Martinez. Now Martinez will hold it with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Duggan hedges out hard. Martinez is going to continue with the drive. And she'll put it up. She'll miss the runner, and the ball will go out of bounds, tapped out of bounds by Duggan, so it'll stay with Iona. A new shot clock for the Gales. Martinez will look to inbound it. Gerador has it, feeds it out to Powell. The Gales will set up their offense as Martinez curls around the screen. Now she'll take the open three, and the long break did not affect her three-point shooting, as Tamika Martinez now give her 29 points on the day.
Not at all.
And a steal by Joy Adams, and the Gales now increase their lead to 15, 44-29.
Well, the Gales just pouring it on now with that steal right there by Joy.
Now Ryder breaks the press. Banks dribbled it up the floor. Now kicks out to Valaskite. Now it's to McKenzie. Now back out to Johnson. Johnson looked to answer with a three, and she does. That's a big bucket by Mikkel Johnson.
Absolutely. I mean, with a game at this 44-32, it's imperative the Ryder Bronx stop Iona's streak right now.
Tamika Martinez is 4 for 4 from long range. 29 points, 10 of 12 shooting. And a nasty crossover. Martinez will then knock down the wide open elbow jumper. No one within 3 feet of her.
I mean, she just slithered through Duggan and was able to make that shot right there.
Give her 31 points. The junior contender for MAC Player of the Year. Now it's Duggan in the corner. Kicks out to Valaskite. Now back to Banks. Banks has been playing significant portions here this second half as Johnson drives, kicks out to Duggan, and then Duggan knocks down the jumper from the left baseline.
The Bronx have to go on a little bit of a run here in order to make this a contest.
Now Powell driving all the way to the bucket, but she misses the lefty layup. And McKenzie pulls down the board. Now McKenzie pushing the tempo, feeds it to Banks, losing control of her dribble. And now she'll kick it out to Valaskite, and Ryder will reset their offense down by 12, 46-34, 14-27 to go. Johnson toward the MAC logo, stops on a dime, puts up a one-handed floater off the backboard, no good. Adams pulls down the board, dribbling and crosses over Johnson. Now we'll look to go coast to coast. Crosses over Valaskite, takes it all the way, dish to Gerador. What a play by Joy Adams, crisscrossing her way, diddy-bopping her way to the lane, then a great dish to the senior center.
Joy Adams just unbelievable right there and sets Sabrina Gerador up for a couple of points.
Now McKenzie down low, feeds it to Duggan, and then Duggan answers with her layup of her own. And then Coach Lynn Mulligan calls a timeout with 13:53 to go. The pace has quickened, and Iona now has a 12-point lead.
Absolutely. Right here we see Joy Adams as she takes it down the floor, and then wow, what a great pass right there. I mean, if I were a defender, I would have thought Joy was just going to go right up with it. But that's the beauty of her intuition, of her court vision. She was able to just hand it off right there to Sabrina Gerador and let her teammate get the point, and she records the assist.
We'll take a short break here on IonaInsider.com. The Gales leading 48-36, 13:53 to go in the second half.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
Back here at the Heinz Athletic Center, the Iona Gales have a 48-36 lead over the Ryder Bronx in a very good MAC contest today. And here we see Johnson late to getting to Martinez to cover her, and Martinez is able to knock it down. I mean, you cannot leave her open. She's been making enough contended shots today. And then Joy Adams right there with the steal to just kind of put the foot on it and say, we're taking this game. And that's what the Gales have showed here in the second half.
Joy Adams responding well from taking a seat on the bench to start the game yesterday. Adams with 9 points and 7 rebounds. She's shooting the ball well, 4 of 5 shooting, 1 of 1 from deep. As Alicia Powell now bring the ball up the floor for Iona, holding a 12-point lead. John Stanko and Anthony Carlo with you here on IonaInsider.com. As Powell kicks it out to Adams in the corner, she'll dribble it out to the left wing. Now feeds it down low to Gerador. Butterfingers on the pass. She'll have to kick it out. She kicks out to Powell. Now with 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock, Powell will use a screen from Gerador. Will drive right side, go all the way to the bucket, miss the layup. Adams offensive rebound. She'll put it up, and she'll lay it in. Adams cleaning up the trash and cashing it in for 2.
I mean, she's just further reinforcing how important it is for her to be in this game in the second half.
Johnson down low to Banks, left wide open, and makes the bank shot.
Especially have Alicia Powell miss 2 layups in a row. Joy Adams, as you said, cleaning up the trash.
50-38 the score now. 13 minutes to go in this one. As Martinez now being guarded by Valaskite, looking to take her off the dribble. Kick out to D'Angelo. D'Angelo for 3. That's no good off back rim. Offensive rebound. Joy Adams double team, puts up the reverse layup, and somehow that basket got in off the backboard.
Wow, that was just an amazing job, Joy Adams. Almost under the hoop, almost under the glass, coming out and able to to bank that one in.
Score now 52-38, 12:35 to go. Aaliyah Robinson at the scorer's table for Iona. Johnson gives it back out to Volaskite. Volaskite down low to Banks, posting up on Martinez. Turnaround jumper, she knocks it down.
They're going to have to stop the bleeding at this point. The Bronx, it's going to be imperative for them to do that now before this gets any more out of hand.
Banks is carrying this Rider team with 12 points off the bench. Now Martinez driving baseline. Her dribble is tipped out of bounds by Johnson. And with 12:10 to go, the Gales will retain possession with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Also checking in for Rider is Marita Gilcrease. Powell gets it off the inbound. Jared will take a seat as Robinson checks in for her, and Powell drives baseline, and she's fouled in the process as she looked to kick it out to D'Angelo, who was wide open for three.
The Gales have been doing a good job recognizing the ability to kick it out for the wide open looks at this point in the second half.
Haley D'Angelo now to inbound, a new shot clock for Iona. Gets it into Robinson. Robinson goes by Banks, puts up the floater, and Aaliyah Robinson nets it for two.
Pretty play by Aaliyah Robinson.
Robinson now with 4 points on the day, 2 of 5 shooting. Now Lightborn checked into the game for Ryder. She has ball at the top of the key. Dishes out to the corner to Volaskite. Volaskite, cross-court pass to Lightborn. Pump fake, going to the lane, puts it up with the right hand, and she lays in. Robinson bit on a pump fake there.
Yeah, that was a great job, though, of Lightborn just driving in front of at least four Iona defenders.
Now Powell has it driving on Volaskite, kicks out to Martinez. Under 12 minutes to go here. Iona leads 54-42. Martinez, kick out. That pass is tipped, and Volaskite comes up with the steal. That was something Ryder needed, a defensive stop. They hadn't had one in quite a while, and now can they capitalize? Volaskite is being hounded by Powell and Adams. Dishes out to Johnson. Now Johnson will drive the lane, kick out to McKenzie. McKenzie goes baseline double team by Adams and Robinson. That pass is stolen away by Alicia Powell. Powell gets it to D'Angelo. D'Angelo feeds it to Adams, and that pass is tipped by Johnson, then goes off the hands of Adams, so it'll go back to Ryder. But with 10:52 left, sorry to cut you off, Anthony.
No, not at all, John.
The Gales hold a 12-point lead, 54-42. We'll take a short break here on IonaInsider.com.
Let's all go to the Beachmont. Come in and see what we're all about. For years, the Beachmont has been all about you. Great dining, great atmosphere, and has been a meeting place where the entire Iona community gathers. The Beachmont Tavern at 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle, right across the street from Iona, has always been the first choice for Gale fans before and after each game. We are open 7 days a week for lunch or dinner and is a fun place to be any hour of the day. Mondays are half-price wing nights at the Beachmont. Enjoy the best buffalo wings in town, along with half off of domestic pitchers. Tuesday is a 2-for-1 night with domestic bottles and appetizers. Wednesday, enjoy our great burgers, half-priced as well, along with $3 domestic bottles. Friday is happy hour, so come in and enjoy some complimentary wings. If you're planning a get-together at the Beachmont, they have a private room available for your party. Or if you're having it at home, let the Beachmont cater it. The Beachmont is more than just a restaurant, it's a meeting place for sports fans. Watch the big game on one of our large TVs. The Beachmont has the NFL's Sunday Ticket. Bring in a ticket stub from any Iona game and receive a free half-dozen Beachmont wings. That's the Beachmont Tavern, 750 North Avenue in New Rochelle. We look forward to seeing you there.
Back here at the Heinz Athletic Center where the Iona Gales lead the Rider Bronx 54-42. And here you see the kick out from Joy Adams to Haley D'Angelo, and Joy Adams with the rebound, the offensive rebound, and then able to put it in for the Gales, and she's just been such a huge part of this second half for the Gales. In the first half, she was not able to stay on the floor due to 2 personal fouls. She had to come out, and she's just going to be the X factor, I think, in the second half if the Gales are able to hold on to this victory.
Yeah, Adams in the second half has recorded 10 points and 6 rebounds as Iona putting on pressure once again. However, the Bronx break it, and then McKenzie's pass down low to Banks is stolen away by Robinson. Robinson pushing the tempo, kicks it to Powell. Powell will drive the lane, puts up a floater with the left hand, no good. Rebound falls to Johnson. Powell's missed 3 straight layups, and now Johnson's pushing the tempo for the Bronx. Kick out to Banks. Banks will not make the step back jumper. Feeds it down low to McKenzie. McKenzie is fouled on the way up. And the senior will head to the free throw line. That foul is going to go on to Mika Martinez. McKenzie will head to the free throw line for the first time today.
Well, before McKenzie was trapped by a double team, and the Gales have been doing a good job of leaving her with nowhere to go, and she wound up turning the ball over, resulting in another Gales capitalization.
As McKenzie misses the first free throw, Cassidy Ranger checks into the game, replacing Alicia Powell.
And Ranger did not play at all in the last game against Monmouth.
Second free throw is good. Ranger today, on the other hand, has seen 10 minutes of action, has missed one shot. That shot was rejected, has recorded one rebound. Now Martinez will get the inbound, and she'll bring the ball up the floor for Iona. Iona leading 54-43, 10-15 to go. We saw Iona have this type of lead against Monmouth, but not be able to put it away, and then the Hawks made it a game out of it at the end. As Leah Robinson will take a three-point shot off a feed from D'Angelo, and she'll miss it. Valesquite pulls down the board, feeds it to Banks. Banks going coast to coast, puts it in with the left hand. No. Offensive rebound by McKenzie. She doesn't corral it, and the loose ball goes to Martinez. Fast break opportunity for the Gales. Martinez driving, stripped by Banks. Now Johnson has it stripped by Ranger. Ranger puts out the layup, and she lays it in.
Back and forth, but the Gales wind up with the advantage on that one.
13-point lead now for Iona.
Getting a little sloppy, I'd say, on both sides, John.
15 turnovers for Iona on the day, 12 for Ryder. As Pele kicks it baseline to McKenzie. McKenzie double teamed by Robinson and Ranger, and they're going to call a foul on Ranger, and the basket's going to be good for McKenzie. So an opportunity for a three-point play.
McKenzie's starting to do a little bit of what we saw she's capable of in the last game that the Gales and the Ryder Bronx matched up. She was able to draw fouls, and now she's able to do that right here.
McKenzie's free throw is good, so the three-point play is completed, and the lead's cut down to 10. Valesquite re-enters the game for Ryder. She replaces Lachey Banks. Now McKenzie with 11 points on 4 of 9 shooting, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. She also has 4 rebounds. Martinez has not scored in, I'd say, about 5 minutes or so. She does have 33 points, however.
It's been interesting how the Gales have been able to help her out here.
Now Martinez will cross over on Johnson. She'll dish it down low to Adams, and Adams traveled before putting in the layup, and I think that was a case where Adams was not expecting the pass.
Was not ready for that pass. She looked very surprised to almost shoved into her neck.
Iona continues to put on the pressure, and Johnson will get it over the timeline, feeding it to Pele. Pele gets it back to Johnson. Johnson back to Pele. Pele now to Lightbourne. Lightbourne driving baseline on Robinson. They're going to call a hand check foul on Aaliyah Robinson, as Joy Adams took a tumble down low looking to take the charge, but the previous foul was already called.
The Gales have been doing a good job putting a lot of pressure defensively on Ryder, as we saw with the job they did right there.
Lightbourne feeds it to Valesquite. Valesquite guarded by D'Angelo. Back to Lightbourne. Now to McKenzie down low. Great post move on Robinson. And now McKenzie will head back to the free throw line. I think you're seeing an emphasis here from Ryder. Give the ball to McKenzie.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree with you more, and I think it's working. I mean, up until this point, the last 2 times that has been done, she's not the first time she was able to score and get to the line, and now she's back at the line.
McKenzie's first free throw is good on the year. McKenzie is shooting 72% from the charity stripe. Aaliyah Robinson to take a seat on the bench, replaced by Alicia Powell. Powell still held scoreless. She's 0 of 8 from the floor. Not a great day for the Philadelphia native.
But she does have 4 assists.
She does have 4 assists. With 8:30 to go, Iona leads 56-48 as McKenzie knocked down that second free throw. Now Powell has the top of the key, being guarded by McKenzie. Feed out to Ranger. Ranger pump fakes the 3, back to Powell. Powell feeds it down low to Adams, being guarded by Voluskite. Spin move, splitting a double team, and Adams draws a foul and a strong move to the basket, and she'll head to the free throw line for the Gales.
That's a great job right there of Joy Adams being able to get that foul. I mean, she made it through both of the defenders.
Yes, she did.
Once again, indicative of her strength and size.
It was also a great feed by Powell, noticing the mismatch that Voluskite, a much shorter player, was guarding Joy Adams. Voluskite standing at 5'8", Joy Adams standing at 5'11".
Yes, absolutely, and that's been one thing that has been happening a lot today for. And now, Gail, just to mention that Joy Adams was shooting at 73% from the free throw line.
And she knocks down both of them there. She has 15 points now, 9 rebounds, one away from yet another double-double routine for the Orlando native as Voluskite gives a cross-court pass to Pele. And now Pele will kick it back out to Johnson. Johnson back to Voluskite. Lightborn posting up down low on Powell. Will put up a layup. It's no good, and Powell gets that rebound, but they're going to call a jump ball. Adams does not like the call. He thought she was fouled. I believe she was fighting with Johnson for the rebound.
Joy Adams, I mean, above all, doing a great job just getting those offensive boards.
Pele's pass to McKenzie was tipped on the inbound. Now another fight on the ball. Now another fight for the ball on the ground. Getting a little bit chippy here as McKenzie and Ranger are rolling around on the ground. The ball will go to Iona, but that'll bring us to our under 8 media timeout with 7:57 to go. The Gales do lead by 10, 58-48 over the Rider Bronx.
The Iona College Gold Club is an association of dedicated friends and alumni who support Gale athletic programs. Annual membership provides the needed academic support services, equipment, and facility upgrades for their student athletes. For more information on the Gold Club, call the Gold Club office at 914-633-2071 or visit on the web at icgales.com. That's www.icgales.com. The Iona College Gold Club, the lifeline for Iona College athletics.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to visit their website at www.houseofsportsny.com or give them a call today at 914-479-5419.
We are back here at the Heinz Athletic Center. Anthony Carlo and John Stanko giving you the call with a 58-48 Iona lead over Rider. And John, it's been a good game so far. We look at here the player matchup. McKenzie and Adams. McKenzie has been 4 of 9 from the floor and Adams 6 of 7. McKenzie with 13 points on the day and Adams with 15. And McKenzie 4 rebounds, Adams with 9. But those 9 rebounds have been very, very important to the Gales securing a lead at this point. Joy Adams missed a lot of time in the first half, only played 10 minutes due to a couple of personal fouls. But here in the second half, we saw her really securing the ball, offensively. And McKenzie's been doing a good job drawing fouls and getting to the line here in the second half, as we know she can do.
Now Ryder putting on a bit of pressure, but the Gales break it fairly easily as Powell now has it on the right side. And she'll look to give it back to D'Angelo. No, now D'Angelo goes to the other side. Powell uses a screen from Adams at the top of the key. Now Powell feeds it down low. The ball was kicked by Voluskite. So the shot clock will reset to 15 seconds.
And we should mention that, John, at this point, the Gales have been doing a great job scoring in the paint, which they're outscoring Ryder in the paint.
26-16. Advantage for the Gales in that category. As Powell kicks out to D'Angelo for 3. The captain can't knock it down, and McKenzie pulls down the board. D'Angelo now 0 for 3 from long range today as McKenzie took it all the way coast to coast and laid it in. So the lead's cut down to 8 now, back to single digits. Ryder making a bit of a run here.
And D'Amica Martinez a little bit quiet. And
now D'Angelo has it right side, top of the key. Now she'll give it back to Martinez. Gerardor at the scorer's table for Coach Billy Gotze. Now Martinez will drive right side. The pull-up jumper doesn't get the roll, and McKenzie pulls down the board.
The game is not over by any stretch. Only 8 points the Bronx have to make up here.
Pele to McKenzie. Now McKenzie's starting to feel it herself. Backing down Adams. Kick out to Pele. Pele is stripped by Ranger. And the ball is going to stay with Ryder. Quick hands there by Ranger to get her hand in there and swipe that dribble away of Pele as Lachey Banks enters the game for Ryder, replacing Shireen Lightbourne. Cassie Rangel takes a seat on the bench. Sabrina Gerador will take the center spot from her. Now Pele to inbound. It gets to McKenzie, posting up on Martinez. Double team by Gerador, who comes over, but it is no matter. Mynisha McKenzie starting to feel it. Lead cut down to 6 for the Gales.
Starting to percolate here in the second half.
That is a SAT word right there.
Is Mynisha. It's a Walt Clyde Frazier word. I will attribute it to him.
Joy Adams for 3. Off back rim, no good. And Voluskite gets the rebound. The score is 58-52. We have about 6:15 to go. And the Iona Gales, who built up a 10-point lead against Monmouth, saw that lead disappear. And the same thing seems to be happening here. The Gales have to make a defensive stop.
Do not want this to be a deja vu, bad dream sort of situation.
Mikkel Johnson drives center of the paint, and a charge call. Joy Adams will draw the offensive foul. That's what the Gales needed.
Oh, they did need that, John. Joy Adams doing a great job drawing the foul there. As you see here, Joy Adams stepping right there, and both players went down, and Adams got the foul for her team, something the Gales needed at this point in the game.
That's the third foul on Mikkel Johnson. She'll stay in the game, though. Now Martinez crosses over her, but loses control of it, and then Mikkel Johnson tips it out of bounds. 5:47 to go. The score 58-52. Adams feeds it down low to Gerador. Pass tipped by McKenzie. Now ball on the ground. Voluskite tips it to Pele. Pele now will give it to Banks. Banks will look to drive all the way. Dishes out to McKenzie down low, and McKenzie will lay it in. And Coach Billy Gotzi smartly calls a timeout because this leads down to 4. Ryder on a bit of a run here is now shooting over 45% from the floor, and they're only trailing by 4.
Only trailing by 4, and I agree with you. That was a smart decision by Coach Gotzi to call a timeout at this point. She needs to try and get the Gales to retain composure here. They did have a big lead coming into the second half, and the Bronx have cut it down to 4. A lot of it due to the resurgence of Mynisha McKenzie.
McKenzie with 19 points now and 6 rebounds. D'Amica Martinez still leads Iona with 33 points. Her last points, though, came at the 15-16 mark here in the second half when she made a jumper. That was when the score was 46-32. She has not made a bucket now in nearly 10 minutes.
And what has happened, John? The lead has gone down. I predicted if Martinez was not able to continue the hot streak and her team didn't help her out, this is what would happen.
Tooting your own horn there?
Not really, just trying to lay things out for myself.
Now D'Angelo has as Iona looks to clearly make a buck here, get momentum back on their side. And it's Martinez, who now being guarded by Johnson. ISO on the right side. She'll put up the contested shot. She'll make the layup, and she'll get fouled, and she'll head to the line.
That's a huge play right there. I mean, a cushion needs to be created with such a dwindling lead now. And here, as you see, D'Amica being guarded. She will drive baseline and put it up, and drawing the foul as well.
That's also the 4th foul on Johnson as Martinez knocks down the free throw, giving Iona a 61-54 lead. 5:15 to go. Johnson will remain on the floor for the Bronx despite her 4 personal fouls. Powell went for the steal. Now Johnson double team in front of us between Haley D'Angelo and Alicia Powell, and they're going to call a foul. The foul's going to go on D'Angelo. It's going to be the 5th team foul on Iona, and the first personal foul on D'Angelo. Voluskite looking to inbound it, gets it to Banks. Banks will dribble it, being guarded by Adams. Look to pump fake the drive on the left side. Said she'll pull back and take the jumper, and she knocks it down. Lachey Banks now with 14 points on 7 of 10 shooting.
Lachey Banks has been such a prominent threat off the bench.
As Martinez will take the 3-point shot, she'll knock it down. Seems like that and one play seemed to wake D'Amica Martinez up.
Yeah.
Iona has opened up an 8-point lead once again, 4:35 to go. 39 points for D'Amica Martinez. Remember, she had 42 points earlier this year against Columbia. as Pele looked to drive and make a layup, however she did not connect. And it's Joy Adams who will dribble it to the left side and now kick it back to D'Angelo where they'll reset the offense. Iona with a 64-56 lead. Now Martinez ISO on the right side again. Will go up strong. However, this one's no good. Offensive rebound, Joy Adams, and she'll put it in. She boxed out McKenzie quite well, and Iona's leads back up to double digits.
Just being the X factor once again here in the second half is Joy Adams. And McKenzie, who does have a little bit of a height advantage on her, and who scores right there to make the score 66-56 in favor of Iona, was really not able to contend with Joy Adams under the hoop there.
Aaliyah Robinson looking to check in at the next whistle for the Gales. The Gales holding a 66-58 lead. D'Angelo kicks it back out to Martinez. Martinez tells everyone to go to the left side because she wants to take the ISO. She's double-teamed on the baseline, and she'll still knock that shot down. She told everyone to leave her alone, let her do it herself, and she delivers.
That is true, John, and D'Amica Martinez has just been absolutely amazing today. Now within 1 point of that 42-point game, as you mentioned, she had against Columbia.
Banks will look to answer on a free throw line jumper. However, she missed it. Offensive rebound goes to Pele. Kick out to Johnson for three. Johnson three-point shot, rims in and out. Powell now has it. 3 minutes to go. Iona leads 68-58. Martinez has it. The pull-up three-point shot. It is good, and a new Iona scoring record in a single game. That's 44 points for D'Amica Martinez on 16 of 20 shooting.
I mean, once again, I think we have to say unconscious. That is what she has been today. In that play right there, D'Amica Martinez, the defense was not able to set, and it just allowed D'Amica to have a wide open look. And I mean, John, there really hasn't been any trouble with taking the contested shot today for her. So when you give her the open look, I mean, it's just going to be a hands-down knockdown for her every time.
71-58 the score now. It's safe to mention that D'Amica Martinez is cementing herself as one of Iona's all-time greatest basketball players. 44 points, 16 of 20 shooting, 6 of 6 from long range.
I mean, and
I'm blown away.
I'm blown away as well. I mean, D'Amica has been, you could make a strong case she's been carrying this team all along. 16 from 20 on the floor with 44 points tonight is D'Amica. I mean, and as I was saying, you can make a strong case as a player of the game. Well, she is player of the game. I was going to say.
I think you could safely say
what I was going to say is you can make a strong case she's been player of the year for Iona.
Oh, yes.
As she is player of the game today with 44 points, breaking her
own record.
Her own record, exactly, breaking her own record set earlier this year. But D'Amica is something special to watch. She's igniting, she's electrifying, and she has a very, very good talent, a talent that could take her very, very far in this sport.
It's incredible because she didn't even score for a 10-minute stretch. You remember that?
Yeah,
she didn't even score for nearly 10 minutes.
She was saving up.
That's right. She was restoring her energy.
Yes, recharging. Yep.
Well, now Ryder needs to look to answer, and very quickly down 13 with under 3 minutes to go. And it's McKenzie on the left wing. We'll look to drive toward the MAC logo. We'll put up a crazy hook pass to Banks. That was a great pass by McKenzie there.
Very good pass right there from McKenzie, finding Banks for the layup.
Now D'Angelo bringing it across the timeline. Ryder needs to stop on every possession Iona has here on out. And D'Angelo immediately feeds it to Martinez, and Martinez is fouled right away. And Mikkel Johnson has fouled out of the game.
And she is not happy with her foul out there. I mean, you can't blame her though. Not many competitors want to foul out. But Johnson was certainly a threat from downtown. She went cold for some portion of the time, but she's been shooting well from downtown today. 3 from 10. I should say, I'm sorry, 3 for 7.
3 for 7 from long range, 3 for 10 from the floor. Johnson fouls out with 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists.
And now it makes you wonder, John, with such a presence down low between Joy Adams in the game now in the second half, if that threat now, that 3-point threat is gone with Johnson. She poses sort of a 3-point threat. How is that going to affect the offensive approach for Ryder now?
Well, I think people like Banks are going to need to step up. Banks has been stepping up all game. As Gerador gets the inbound pass off the feed, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Gerador. She's a bit confused, but the ball will go back to Ryder. Ryder is still trailing by 11, 2:18 to go. The Gales can maintain the lead in this one. They will avenge a loss they had earlier this year, February 6th at Ryder, their only conference loss. And now McKenzie has it, feeds it down low to Pele. Pele takes a dribble, kick out to Lightbourne. Lightbourne will take a three-point shot, and she'll knock that one down.
Lightbourne is making up for the loss of Johnson there by hitting that three. And trying to hang on is Ryder right now with only 1:50 left to play here in the second half.
D'Angelo to Martinez. Martinez will take Lightbourne off the dribble, crossing her over, drawing baseline, gets her up in the air, and then Lightbourne commits a foul, so Jamaica Martinez will have a chance to add on to her record point total from the free throw line.
And she's been 6 of 7 today from the charity stripe, John, and she looks to, as you said, I mean, she's blown our mind so far. Let's see if she can continue to tack on. It won't hurt to see, for Iona fans, a 50-point game. I don't think they'd mind that.
That'd be awesome. Speaking personally.
Oh, man, John.
That'd be great.
It's nice to know you're a biased play-by-play man.
I am Iona College's women's basketball announcer.
That is true. That is true. But please don't complain about Michael Kay and his biased approach to the New York Yankees. If
we have disagreements there, as D'Amica Martinez knocks down both of the free throws. So to give her 46 points on the day, 8 of 9 from the free throw line for the junior. Now Lightbourne will drive, put up a crazy shot off the backboard, off the rim, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Banks, and it'll go back to Iona. Coach Lynn Mulligan not happy, talking to the referee. And now she takes a timeout.
I think Lynn Mulligan right now is frustrated. I mean, the Bronx, what they wanted to do was come in today and prove that they had the Gales number this season, but right now, as you keep mentioning, the avenging is working out pretty well for Iona. They do have a minute 27 left, and they are up by 10, so the game is not nailed shut yet, but it looks pretty good if you're an Iona fan.
The tone we set at the beginning of this game was this game going to set the tone for Iona the remainder of the year? Was it going to dictate how they'd feel and how they play the rest of the year? And I think it's safe to say if it is the case, I think Coach Gotzi's got to be pleased with the way her team has come out, especially on the offensive end. You put up 73 points. I mean, D'Amica Martinez, as we mentioned, unconscious from the floor, 46 points. So, I mean, I think you got to be pretty happy with the effort, especially, I'd say, for the opening 30 minutes. Before Ryder went on that little bit of a run, I think that 30 minutes of basketball, especially to open up the second half, was some of the best Iona's played, especially in recent games.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, coming in today, you know, they're taking on a Ryder team that was the team to end their 18-game winning streak, and one of the few teams to, you know, actually the only team to beat them this year. As Alicia Robinson goes down there.
Aaliyah Robinson was fouled by Lightbourne, so she will head to the free throw line as Ryder is sure to ensue the foul game, down by 10 and a minute 22 left.
But playing good basketball today, John, as you said, at times when D'Amica was not lighting up the scoreboard, good basketball has been a key today, which I think Billy Godsey is very proud of.
I think you also have to be happy with Joy Adams. A good effort after not starting last game, able to come out 17 points, 11 rebounds as Robinson misses the first free throw.
Joy, as I said, I felt she was going to be the X factor here in the second half.
As Lightbourne takes it all the way to the hoop, misses the layup, and Adams pulls down yet another rebound. She will dribble it and then hand it off to D'Angelo, and Ryder will most likely back off here, down by 10 and a minute left.
Iona will try to drain down that clock with 57 seconds left.
Robinson has it, drives, puts up the layup, no good, rebounded by Banks. Pele now has it, eyes forward, dribbles it to the three-point line on the left side. Now dribbles it back, kick out to Banks. Banks drives left side, puts up a jumper, doesn't get the roll. Rebound goes to Adams. And that should just about do it. With 35 seconds left, Iona, 10 seconds in between shot clock and game clock, Iona will improve their conference mark to 15-1. They'll improve to 22-3 on the year. And D'Amica Martinez will once again cement herself as one of the best players in Iona College women's basketball history, as an offensive foul is called on D'Amica Martinez in a nice
nice show. Nice acting job right there from Anisha McKenzie.
D'Amico Martinez takes a seat on the bench now. As Gerador re-enters. Yeah, that was the Oscars are coming up. Manisha McKenzie nominated for Best Flopping Job. As Voluskite knocks down a three-point shot with 11 seconds left to make the lead 7 for Iona. However, this game is over. The Iona College Gales will improve to 22-3 on the year, 15-1 in conference, and D'Amico Martinez, the player of the game, 46 points on 16 of 20 shooting. Stay tuned for the Iona Insider post-game show. The Iona Gales victorious, 73-66 over Rider.
The House of Sports is Westchester's premier youth sports training facility, specializing in skill-based teaching and coaching. The House of Sports focuses on basketball, lacrosse, baseball, and performance training. Their 120,000 square foot facility is located in Ardsley, New York, which is just minutes away from Manhattan, northern New Jersey, and Connecticut. Be sure to
Back here on the Iona Insider post-game show. John Sticker here with head coach Billy Gotzi. Coach, congratulations on the win. You guys defeat Rider 73-66. Does it feel good to get a win after losing them in the previous matchup?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the girls were fired up to get that one back. They didn't feel like they played their best, so to come back and get the win on our home court is really good for us.
What can you say about D'Amico Martinez? A new scoring record once again. She was unconscious from the 40.
D'Amico Martinez, man, she just finds a way to score. Our girls know when to get it to her. She does it really well out of our sets and doesn't force anything. So, you know, we always know we can go to her when we need a bucket. We're really proud of her for today.
Rider made a bit of a run in the second half, cut the lead down to 5 at one point. You called a timeout, then you guys went back up front for good. What did you say during that timeout?
We just needed to get back into our rhythm, get back into our momentum, and get back into a press a little bit. We kind of fell into a lull, and we're letting them do what they wanted to do. So we just rediscussed what we were supposed to be doing, pressed a little bit, and got them out of their rhythm and got back into our, up-tempo style.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Head coach Billy Gotzi, the Gales victorious 73-66 over Rider.